Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
Welcome to sideB, motherfuckers.
Hey, one goal, one thing, one move, and that shit don't change. It's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do. Ay, there's only one goal, one thing, one move, and that shit don't change. And it's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do real fucking things. Alright, I'ma keep it general just like the army. Most real niggas know most niggas phony. Your shadow got your back, huh? Just like your homie. That's why shady niggas will harm thee. Just ask Caesar. Brutus got him and caught him before his last breather. If they don't make you believers, then you'll learn. Honesty is a quality that will burn, but it's cool. And trust is a quality you will earn. You a fool if you think you learn all of the rules. Imitating imitation and they calling it cool. I know a little bit, but go ahead and call me a fool. While you sprinkle sugar on shit and you calling it food. See, I'm just trying to groove and you standing on the wall with your hands on your balls, making crab claws move. Trying to bonk at a dog, but I don't bonk. I just fall back till you think you winning, but you lost in the beginning.
I mean, people deal with that in relationships, but what I'm saying is, but what if they're
Exactly.
earnest? No, I know, I get that. And we're not going to say names from this point because I pressed the red button. But what I'm saying is, who's to say that person still isn't earnest in their apology, even if they keep fucking up in the same way?
Yeah, dog. But damn, that's so weird that you're so earnest and you keep fucking up.
People ain't perfect.
But that's a cycle I can't deal with.
Real. And if you recognize that, that's real.
You gotta fix that, nigga.
Yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying is, like how D was like, just like, nigga, you mad to hear of apology, nigga? Like, I'm never gonna be mad about an apology. You just, I understand you say you want to be earnest. You want, but I'm saying who's the not necessarily earnest.
I just want the cycle to break.
You want the cycle to break so the apology won't even be needed anymore.
Or the apology can really stand on its own without another one behind it. Like this apology, you meant it, and you won't do it again.
But that's the thing. What if they mean it?
Every time you gonna mean it, and every time you gonna do it again, that's weird as fuck.
I ain't dog.
I think a part of you do mean it, but there's a part of you probably don't, cause you haven't made the commitment to not do it again.
But the
Are you addicted to doing it again?
No, but depending upon what the it is matters. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's something like, okay, like one thing we was talking about this person, like, you know, this person nags. You know what I'm saying? And what's hilarious is you can have this conversation because they don't even listen to podcasts. But
I was thinking this.
Yeah, they don't listen to podcasts anyway. So, but I'm still not gonna drop no names.
Of course not.
So, but like this person nags. You know what I mean? But they nag with your best interest at heart, even if it's annoying. So even if you be like, stop nagging me, I don't think they're never gonna stop wanting your best interest at heart. So that's different from a motherfucker keep punching you on Wednesdays and you keep saying stop fucking punching me. That's different. You know what I mean? So I just feel like I feel like you know the difference between an apology that feels real versus some nigga just saying shit. Do you ever feel like the apologies be fake?
It's not that I feel like the apologies be fake. Well, after a while I do.
Damn, that sucks.
Because it's like as earnest as you sound, I know next week you're gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna hear the same apology in the earnest voice again.
But it's not the exact same thing from their perspective, because
if I tell you that you keep doing this, and you keep doing it, then what is that not the same thing?
No, what I'm saying is like it's not the exact same thing. I understand why from your perspective. It go in the same realm and box. From that person's position, you got to also take in that's kind of a personality quirk about them. Not just, oh, nigga, I'm nagging you. It's just, you know, that motherfucker, like I said, the motherfucker cares about your well-being. The motherfucker, da-da-da-da-da. So that's what, basically call a motherfucker a nagger. The motherfucker's a nagger. So a motherfucker that is a nagger isn't going to just cold turkey stop nagging. They just gonna try to be better about it. Like you said, this most recent one, y'all drunk, is late. It's a different situation.
That nigga is always in a situation where there's alcohol involved, whether I'm not drunk or not.
Well, once again, that's another part of that person's problem.
And the thing is,
I think the only thing I'm fighting on is don't take apologies lightly, because there's some people who never
I don't take apologies lightly.
ever
I take
apologize.
This person apologies lightly.
And I'm saying don't take theirs lightly even.
I got to.
Try not to. I can't tell you how to feel, because once again, you in your position. So if you feel like, nigga, this motherfucker apologize to me every motherfucking day, fuck them. I can't tell you how to feel. I understand. But I'm just saying, just on a level of apologies ain't all. We shouldn't take them for granted.
I don't.
That's all.
I don't. But I also can't be a fool to a nigga apologizing and then still repeating the actions.
I mean, especially it depends. Like once again, you know what you could take. Everyone knows their own level of their sanity. You hear me? Like you know what you could take. I'm not gonna debate you on what you could take, nigga. That's you.
And plus, dog, I ain't got time to like.
Oh, your boy leaving Shameless. You saw that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I don't watch Shameless, but I know.
I was very hurt.
That's two back-to-back stars, right?
Actually, all of them are major stars, so anybody that leaves is gonna suck, dog. And the fact that you Fiona and he's leaving, dog, is like.
I forgot we was even recording something on my Facebook page, nigga. Cameron Monahan. He played a joke on Gotham. That's how I know him. But he kills the joke on Gotham, by the way. He's a completely different person from like the trailers. I've never seen Shameless, but I've seen trailers.
Oh no,
and he is
like this badass gay guy.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. He flips it nicely for Joker. So props to him wherever he's about to go. Hopefully he must have some bigger and better things happening.
He's a nice actor, and I think he is.
Cameron Monahan.
Honestly, at the Fiona left, I'm surprised ain't none of them like. Few people probably stand
I don't know who these people are, but what you saying? I cut you off. I saw Cameron, and I was like,
it's just like I can't sit here and be nagged to death while you fix your shit. Sometimes you gotta fix that shit on your own and come back unnagged, because I've been nagged enough. So now I don't need to be nagged anymore. I need you to go fix your nagging over there, and I need to be over here. I need to feed you with a long spoon. I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna still feed you, but with a long spoon.
So you ain't okay. I mean, I'm just saying, can't cut motherfuckers off completely. That's that close.
I don't think this person's a bad person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want the best for them. But as far as my own sanity and how I feel inside, you gotta get the long spoon, the long hand of the law. Stretch arm strong. Whatever, Mr. Fantastic. Whatever keeps you at bay, my nigga. Like that's where you gotta go. Give me 50 feet.
I feel you, son. I mean, and that's what that is, dog. This white boy on DC Post was just blowing me this morning. I'm like,
white boy?
Bruh, because, all right, so what? Setting the stage for the people listening. Our partner, DC Paul. Check him out at Who is DC Paul, Miss Billy Paul, all that. He freaking, he did this huge-ass prank where he had his Facebook Live on, and he talks smash shit about the West Bank as part of his little gimmick. He don't really hate the West Bank, but he has it so much part of his gimmick that he enjoys trolling the anger that comes from people on the West Bank over his little quips on the radio or in his comedy. So he came up with this idea to make it seem like the West Bank had a revenge on his ass. And he decided to do it on Facebook Live to sell the realism. And some of us saw it was fake, but a lot of us, a lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't, bro. And it was classic at points. And the level of worry and reactions that came from it. You dig?
Very interesting to see.
Oh my God, dog! Like, let me see if I can
Very
find a few of these, man. Our girl Megan, bless her heart, was losing it.
Yeah.
A few people was like, man, someone tell me this is a joke. I'm about to call the police.
Bruh, yeah, no, they did. The police have been called. Some apparently, the police called the radio station to check on to Miss. Dog, it got real. It got real. Let me see some of this.
You see, like he in jail. You know what I'm saying? Fuck around with that people like that.
Michael Seabury, please tell me this is a joke. I can't even watch it because it may not be, and I can't stand to see any real violence right now. Is he okay? Aaron Williams. So this is when DC Paul comes and tells us this was staged, right? Megan, okay, DC Paul, joke's over. Please come back. You know we will cross that water for you. Tia.
Wait, pause. Why are we really about to go to war with the West Bank like a riot or something like that?
No, she may cross the water and pick them up.
I know, but...
Well, I get what you're saying. Like, I didn't think of it like that. It do sound like it could be.
We
ready to ride, DC.
You ready to go across that side, DC? Like it's a foreign land, so like it's really that foreign, dog. It's not that foreign, dog. We gonna come on the other side. Them niggas gonna be alive.
Is anyone in their car searching for DC Paul yet? Post or send updates, please. Someone else. DC Paul got my nerves bad. Somebody please tell me that video was a joke. Scott Rivers. Yo, real shit. Is anyone in New Orleans called the police for bro? King David. Does anyone have his phone number? The police can track his phone. Megan. Y'all, I shared this video of him because I thought my friend was making a joke, but I rewatched it and I'm looking in his face and I don't think it was a joke. New Orleans niggas don't like to see other New Orleans niggas win. My heart is beating all in my tummy and I'm very scared. Please pray for my friend. Dog, it got real. It got real.
It got really real.
It got real. people was calling all of us trying to see if it was real. I got all kind of text
You know what's funny? Ain't
messages.
nobody called me.
Nigga.
I got a couple of messages.
Nobody
I got a
called
couple
me.
of messages. I got kind of a couple of calls. You feel me? And apparently, there's one. Let me see if I got any more funny ones. Does anyone have any idea what this was? He said Barataria, but the road extends 2 ways. I'm familiar with the area, but can't make anything out. New Orleans, he dropped it where he was several times, man. I know that part, Scott, but I'm talking about specifics, so folk can come see if shit's all right.
Niggas that touch the SVU.
Niggas fighting this shit.
I know that, all right?
I know that, Scott.
Look at the details. All right? If you pause on 32 seconds, you can see right here. See that sign? And look, it says Beltaria West. All right? So that's where we got to go.
Nigga hit up Raheem. Shouts out to Heem.
Was an asshole.
Oh my God.
I love it.
Okay, when she said, now I can't sleep. I keep watching it. She some girl telling us to Raheem, I keep watching the video. I can't sleep, man. I don't know what to do. Raheem replied, let me call him. I'll let you know if he answers, but don't panic yet. Then the girl said back, okay, but they had guns. Then Raheem said back, they had guns? What the fuck? Oh God, okay. He's such a dick.
He's such a dick.
Because all the inner circle knew.
We with this nigga.
We with him. And then she sent the eyes, like the looking eyes, like, you know, because Raheem ain't hit her back in so long.
Like, what's going on?
And then Raheem sends her back the sad face, nothing.
I can see, I think right, he was on the ground laughing at his house, dog.
Oh, he was dying. He called me in intervals to laugh. Just to laugh. He was like, I'm dying, bro. Call you back, bro. I gotta get back to this. And then hang up, stupid ass nigga. He's so dumb, bro. She says, this is a bad joke if he's joking. He said, Raheem, it really is.
It really is.
It really, really is.
Rebecca got the cops. They're looking him up right now. And Raheem said back, thank God.
At that point, I'd have been like, should I tell him or something? Got the cops involved? And nigga right here was like, nah, it's got to go further. Thank God.
Malik ain't shit either. Somebody hit him up. So is he good for real? Malik, I haven't heard anything from him. I honestly hope he's okay. I'm worried. See, I really wish we'd have left Malik out of the loop because he was one of the main ones on under the video believing and talking about, I'm going to call the police. And he jumped in our group chat like, DC, is DC okay? Did y'all hear? Did you see? And we like, then DC popped up like, I'm here, man. And I was like, man, no, let him cause a ruckus because he one of us.
Right,
and one of us is really legitimately seeming like it.
Right. We gotta let that ride. We gotta let that ride.
If you're going to ride with this fucked up prank, because the prank is fucked up. I do not want to say that it isn't. It's a very fucked up prank. But if you going to ride with the prank, ride with that bitch, nigga, if you going to do it.
Make everyone fool, dog.
But the deal is, dog, so apparently, man, white people will be white people, and dog, I had to say this even on DC Thread at a point. I was like, dog, it must be a culture thing because like black people, when we get pranked, there's 2 reactions you're gonna get. Nigga gonna laugh at you and threaten you laughingly like you motherfucker, or nigga will really get mad, chastise you, but it's daps and pounds and hugs afterwards after they got it out their system.
Right.
Now, white
depends
people,
on the prank.
Depends on the prank, yeah.
Some get your ass whipped.
But that's a different kind of prank. Yeah. But like I noticed like on DC Wild, man, these 2 cats in particular, apparently one of them on the strength of his wife, because his wife is cool with DC. They both went out to the West Bank searching, literally at like 2, 3 in the morning, searching the streets for DC Paul. Like all out here looking for him.
That's
So
what y'all did.
when DC popped up this morning, and he's so ignorant in how because I think it's Oshun was the man on the group chat, like, stop this, no, I'm not with this. And Oshun like, you have to tell them. Like Oshun like, fuck this. Jessica was over here like, bruh, I don't think this funny, bruh. This gonna get out of hand, watch. So it's like, that's the difference between the women and the men in the Misbelief crew, apparently. Because the niggas, we all laugh.
Right, you dying laughing. We on the ground.
So, yeah, man. So these 2 dudes in particular were livid on DC page. Livid. Now,
I mean, somebody was gonna be.
and a couple of black people was mad too.
somebody's gonna be livid
But
about
the
that.
way they were going about it, specifically one in particular, this nigga Steven. Fuck it, I'm gonna say your name. This nigga Steven in particular. We don't know Steven.
Okay.
Steven and DC don't even know each other. That's the one whose wife pushed him to do it. You feel me? Because the thing is, when they was putting up their little mad posts, you know what I mean? I'm like, all right, y'all put up a couple of little mad posts. Be mad. I'm not mad. I'm not hating on nobody that's mad at DC or mad about the prank. There was guns shown. There was, you know what I mean? if you're mad, if you really fell for that shit, look, I'm not mad about your feelings, but this is when it gets extra. You feel me? Stevens then still goes on personally attacking like DC, like, you know what I'm saying, like being honest, because at first he was like, you know what I mean, this is fucked up, this is wrong, this is tasteless. He had like maybe 5 or 6 posts of this shit. Then he started going more and more. It's like, damn, we got like 30, 40 fucking posts of you just bitching right now. So like at first it was kind of funny, he was making jokes, but then some of them start being like one person was like, he's an entertainer. Come on, well how the fuck I'm supposed to know he's an entertainer? He's not famous or nothing. He ain't nobody. Like started like going like man, you such a child for this. You're a little boy. Oh DC Paul, you late for homeroom DC. You're, like going in like son. Like there's one level where it's I'm angry. This made me feel the way. And once again, at the time, we don't even know that your wife made you do this. So you mad, self-righteously mad, and you got some merit in your anger as well. So you mad, but we don't know you. No one told you to get involved that we know in our camp. And you coming with personal attacks.
Yeah, like you.
Like,
no,
dog, it was,
dude.
dog, it was. Dog, now I'm like, son. I'm telling him, I'm like, son, like, dog, like.
I'm trying to find this shit.
Yeah, because DC came back to the world and say that he came back to the world with the most ignorant post possible. He said, "Who that called the police? Them hoes called the police." That was his "I'm here, I'm alive" status.
I'm like, oh my god.
And for my people not from New Orleans that's listening, that is a classic bounce reference lyric. Lyric reference, I should say. You hear me? Straight New Orleans shit. Straight New Orleans shit. You hear me? So it was just, yeah, bro. But like, no, it's go find it on his wall, man. Like it went down, dog. And then this little dude, like, and he wouldn't get. He started calling up. He brought in his other white friends, some white friends. You know DC an ass. So he like, nigga, I don't know you, nigga. I'm good. The other white dude like, see, you done pissed me off. This is so childish, and I'm so mad. I'm never going to believe you again. And you had somebody who would hold you down. DC, I don't need you. I got real friends. Like, dog.
Yes, good.
I'm trying to find
I'm
this.
glad.
Dog.
I'm glad he said that.
Dog, son.
I got actual friends, bro. I don't know you.
And then like, you know, another one, like one of my friends up there, she was like, she was on their side, like this was a, you know, it was a fucked up joke, etc., etc. I'm like, dog, I'm not saying the joke isn't fucked up. My only issue is this nigga is harassing and trolling on this man's wall, and we don't even know this nigga. You hear me? On top of everything, it was a nigga knew it'll be one thing, and I still be like, okay, you be a little extra, but okay, we know you.
Yeah.
Nigga don't even know you, and you all niggas. Then you take your bitch ass to Houston. Then this nigga went out his way to find Houston apartments and put it up on the wall. I'm like, nigga, you're doing the most. Like you're doing the absolute most. And once again, I thought that shit was still kind of funny and extra because that shit came before the actual personal, you ain't shit, da-da-da-da. And it's like, all right, son, go. You got too much energy this morning. It sucks that you and your wife was scared or whatever, and she made you go drive around.
I'm sorry for that.
You hear me? But you know.
That's a choice that y'all made, and really, niggas don't even fucking know you, dog. It doesn't matter.
And look, and they still going. Like, they're
Where
so
is this
mad.
wall at? I'm trying to figure out who wall is it under.
It's on DC
It's
wall.
on the original post?
Who that called the police? DC
Oh, it's
wall.
on that. Oh, it's on the who that post. I thought it was on the video post.
Oh, no. All the drama going down under that who that called the police post, son.
That's still,
It's going down. And the Steven nigga stopped, and apparently Alex is still going, and he's so mad. And I'm like, and then somebody jumped in. It's like, because I said the shit about white people. It's like, well, black people and other people were scared too. I was like, I ain't said them I was scared. Every black person on this post wrote one thing, kept it moving. These niggas here are going for hours, and nigga don't even kick it with y'all. One of y'all niggas, I don't know if these, I know Alex. I know one of them. I don't know the other dude. DC straight up said he don't know these niggas. So y'all niggas being extra for somebody you don't fucking know, dog. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's some white shit. Sorry to my white listeners, dog, but I'm just letting y'all know.
Right, you really getting deep about something that you didn't have to, you know.
And I get the level of no, we really thought something was wrong with you. Fine, but once it's a
Call
prank,
him a dick and let it go.
Yeah, once it's been covered that it's a prank.
You want something really to happen to him?
And
Is that what you want?
DC says
so you can feel your feels were just.
DC says the realest shit, son. On one of the posts, he was like he said in the DC way, but basically he's like, my nigga, what are we not acknowledging your white savior problem enough? I can't think of the word I want to say, but
Complex.
That's the word. We would not address your wife. Okay, fine. You did all this shit. You tried to save a nigga. Fine. You happy? Because it's like to a point. That's what it started dead feeling like. Because at one point, nigga, like DC wrote this too. He was like, my nigga, the one that kept on making personal attacks. He's like, boy, you one quote unquote boy away from us this being a true issue. And I was like, yeah, dog. Like y'all kind of y'all going too hard. Yo, you act like you want the nigga. Right, you act like the nigga gotta suck your dick now. Like, what do you want? Like, you want him to apologize? He's not. He's an entertainer. He's a comedian. He played a prank. It worked. I kept saying, y'all giving this man more material. The more y'all trip out and flip out, you're giving him more material, son. You looking like asses right now. You really are.
This shit got 8.7K views.
Yeah, he went viral on some shit.
8.7K. I thought it was hilarious. I saw that. I was like, wow.
He went viral on some shit. But mostly because people really thought that shit.
Wrong.
But like I said, the comments under his welcome, I'm here post. It's crazy, dog. And I'm like, y'all, give it a rest.
Yeah, just relax.
Give it a rest, guys. He got you. He got you.
The fact that you was out there at 3 in the morning, riding around like a dumbass.
Right. And that's why I said, man, he's like, this prank was so not clever. You so immature.
But you got you though.
And he still got you on his wild tripping.
But the thing is, dog, people like, dog, you're a dick. I wasted my gas.
Fuck you. Good night. Boom. That's enough.
And you probably want to laugh a little bit about it too, because you be like, if you back and watch it, it's like, why, why?
My nigga, I don't care if you never laugh. It's your prerogative if you don't even fuck with DC no more after this.
Son,
but you don't have to be under the wall, harassing, trolling, and personally attacking. That's all I'm saying. Take your little
use a little common sense, son. You can understand and see that it really was staged, dog. If you really use some common sense, dog. Who the fuck has a Facebook post and then they take the phone and posts it? It's like, oh, this is Facebook. Let's post it. What killer does that?
I mean,
what killer has a pool stick?
The pool stick is where I was at with it. The pool stick got me. Uber driver fucking kidnapping you? How does that happen?
How does that happen?
How does an Uber driver kidnap you?
So you tell me at a parking lot you ain't gonna sneak and get out the car?
I'm saying, Torrance said some real shit. Torrance
went too deep into it.
He said, though, so y'all should have known he was buying his own misbelief punch. Like, he gonna buy his own daiquiri. And also, it's Monday. What the fuck he going to a jazz market on a Monday for when you know it's a Wednesday event? Like, Torrance went in, dog.
He went in. He was like, nah, you gotta wake up pretty early to fool this coon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Well, this was, I guess, a big ass shilling and advertisement for DC Paul and the Misbelief Radio Show podcast. But right now, we at the Fly with Bats podcast, episode 64, side B. You dig? This that actor guy, Martin Bats Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell that, Mr. Outer. You ain't gonna find me. And as usual, on all sides, especially side B, I'm here with the brothers.
What's up? It's your boy D Mac, and you can holler at me on Instagram. That's FrenchBread.kid, and follow my clothing line at You Did 514.
Yeah,
it's super cool, and we got one more present.
Passe wine, it's your boy AlphaJoe, fresh out of the gumbo, still deep in the roux. And if you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, find me on Instagram, AlphaJoe. No, it's not. I'm
you gonna get it one day, dog. AlphaJoe, no E.
Yep, there you go.
There you go. You got it. You got it next time. We got more sizes coming.
So it's AlphaJoe 504.
No
Facebook,
E, baby.
No E. Facebook, Joseph AlphaMan Pines. There's an E there. And with sideB 64, right? Mm-hmm. We in this bitch.
Mm-hmm. We in this here. So yeah, man, as usual, man, we pull out that scroll to shout out our, local podcasts, our peoples, our partners, and some people that we don't even know that we just fuck with like that.
Scroll.
Your 30 podcast with Marty Edwards and the Arrogant Observer, L-Dub. You got any shit talking? Any shit talking? No shit talking?
No, I think everything's been kind of peaceful as of late.
On the last side, we stirred shit.
We did?
Yeah.
What did we stir?
Because Marty's the favorite host on their podcast.
Oh yeah, Marty is the favorite, but Lawrence is the most arrogant.
Yeah, but Lawrence is the sidekick according to Marty.
Really?
That's implied. He never said it out his mouth, but I'm just saying.
Damn, so you implying it?
That's even worse.
Implying it.
Even just
I'm putting implications.
Where's the implications coming from?
If I say I'm the favorite host, what I'm saying about you?
That you the villain.
We ain't say good or evil.
If I say I'm the favorite, that means everybody thinks I'm better than y'all.
I'm just saying.
I'm saying.
I'm just
I am
saying.
David Ruffin.
And these are the observers.
This is Your 30. I'm Marty Lawrence. No, I'm Marty
Lawrence.
I'm Marty Edwards, and this is Your 30 podcast.
Oh, and that nigga Lawrence.
Anybody come to hear you, Lawrence?
I am the Yo 30 podcast.
I know you want to leave, but I refuse to let you go.
Come on.
I like that.
Go check out my niggas, man. They got that's one of my favorite podcasts, man. It's like they got certain podcasts for me are just like go-to listens. Most of the ones on this scroll that we pull out are like go-to listens for me, especially probably the first ones that come to my mind. But I'm like, yeah, definitely go fuck with them, even if one of them is apparently more favoritized than the other, according to allegedly sources. Also, check out the We'll Figure This Out podcast with Jay Skills, Lito the God, and Kiki. Shouts out to the Misbelief Radio Show podcast. We've already shouted out DC enough with Oshun, Malik the Historical Geek, Fat Girl Nola, Jay Steele, and us. You dig? Also, check out the Four Mrs. and a Mic podcast, the On the Lake podcast, the I'm a fuck up Kanye podcast. I just try to get the Sugar Sass and the sassy and sugarness.
I know sugar, there's assassin in it. I know that.
It's
sarcasm.
Sugar, sass, and
sarcasm. There we go. The sugar. This is a tongue twister. The Sugar, Sass, and Sarcasm podcast. The Brooklyn Ladies of Therapy Noir podcast. The Fuck What You Heard podcast. The T-Pod podcast. The Hip Hop Nerd podcast. The Metal Hand of God podcast. The Black Guys Next Door podcast. The Talk Brothers cast. There's these casts that's been like liking our shit. Now, they might be listening to us and shit, so I'm about to start listening to them. If your podcast listening to me, I'm definitely gonna listen to you. Talk Brothers cast. Let me make sure I got them right, because they just liked our thing on Instagram. The 50420 podcast.
I feel like they're always last.
It varies, but more often than not lately. I don't know. I don't mean to do that to you, my white friends. Who else? Because they might not be last. Who else? I think there's somebody I'm not thinking about. No, they're not coming to say hip hop. Fuck what you heard. No, we say that. Say the Roxy. No. Well, say that. Say them. On the lake. Say them. Well, that's everybody. Scroll. Let's go. That's our podcast. We rock with you, dig. But yeah, man. Oh, Brains to Bills podcast. I'm always messing up their name, and that's why.
Brains to Bills?
Yeah, but it might be Books to Bills. Might be Books to Brains. I don't know, dog. I stay fucking it up, but shouts out to y'all, man. I think y'all should just, like, hit me up so I can stop messing up the name of y'all podcast, because I want to shout y'all out so much. So, let's get to our side B. On side B, we usually start off with that ETOUFEE of the day. Yeah, man.
Yummy.
Well, we get into, a bunch of topics that delve a little deeper than we like to get into on side A. After that ETOUFEE of the day, we get to that daily dose of MURICA,
which is your friendly reminder of just where you live and just who the fuck you dealing with. Ouch. Yeah. Dealing with a lot.
After that, it's the hero highlight, where we take the time to shine light on someone who's doing good in the world of pure D fuckery.
And then we holler at y'all until the next couplers, you dig? So without further ado, a dwizzle, and all that related, a dweezed, let's get to that ETOUFEE.
Brother got his first gun, he ready to murder. He out of control like a swole on bourbon. I don't even drink, if I see you, I ain't see you. Nah, I don't even blink, nah, I don't even think that I'm here. But if I see you and I like you, I'ma smile. Is this really who I am? Then versus now, life is too wild, this shit is out of hand. I'm just trying to live, but y'all don't give a damn. I'm just trying to be cool, I don't wanna lose my word, lose my mind, lose my spine, lose my shirt. But if you know me, then you know I go berserk. Yeah, you know I go berserk. Yeah, you know I go berserk. Head first, I'm just young.
So yeah, man. There's so much to fucking talk about. Let's start with I guess Kavanaugh getting confirmed.
Isn't it amazing? Isn't it just awesome?
Son, this man gonna have this job for life. Like that's what sticks with me about this whole situation, dog.
Yeah,
Like,
that is a life appointment, son. And I am wondering what sort of fuckery is going to be passing through his courtroom.
I mean, it feels like this is white man's revenge. You know what I mean? It's like because even when you see some of the women were saying this is we're trying to protect our husbands and our sons. It's like these people who don't catch the nuanced part of, you know, womanism, feminism, rape culture, whatever. They're the ones that just think that everybody's just trying to attack all men and try to put them in jail for rape that they didn't do. You know what I mean? It's like that side of it, that fear. You know what I mean? I feel like got to these niggas that's voting, because mostly niggas is voting, and these women here, like the ones that's saying it, even admitted, these people are unfairly accused, could be our husbands, could be our sons. They all playing into the myth that is way more than 2% that's get falsely accused and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, I felt like this confirmation is all them white men in power going, we're not having it. We're not having it in our America. You're not going to come with these rape accusations and take us out. In our time, in our culture, rape was right. What you call rape, we call just a good time.
We call loving.
We call loving. We call being a man. That's how men do.
We just take it and grab it by the pussy.
We grab it. I mean, our president is on record. Like, anytime you can make a freaking mural, they got like these. They had a whole like art exhibit of women having painted on them the scummish ass shit that our president has said and believes. So, I mean, his cabinet and the people he going to get behind, of course, they got to be fucked shit. They got to be with the shits too as well.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Because you can only have people around you that's, you know, guiding all this shit along, like letting shit slide, like letting you say things that don't get recorded, and like not checking you on nothing. Like,
did you say the shit?
Of course.
You say the shit?
Not the shit.
It's not the shit.
The shit.
The shit.
The
doo-doo.
The doo-doo. The poopity poop. Poopity pop.
What?
Tales from the Hood to go see it and get back at us, because it's a very interesting conversation. Dude, we did a Tales from the Hood 2 fucking review. Half of it got recorded, the other half didn't. And I don't know if it's a sign that maybe I shouldn't be reviewing the movie I'm in because it might fuck me up in the future. But nigga had to be absolutely honest in all things, but fair. So when the new Tales from the Hood 2 half drops, I'm keeping it as 100 and fair as possible in all things, and that's all I can say about that for right now. But yeah, man, back to what you were saying about you got it. Nah, I'm not embellishing nothing. I'm being fair. That's the main part I can say. I'm being fair with a hue of trying to lean towards not being saying nothing fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be biased, even though in my soul is just certain things. It's like I gotta see, I gotta be real about. You know what I mean?
Then they're gonna know I'm a liar and a fake and a
credibility is everything to me, dog. I gotta keep mine. But yeah, son, it go back, and we speaking on credibility, my nigga. It's like it's like what we talk about when cops is killing fucking boys in the street, or something happen to black boys or black people, and how we often say, oh, it's because they don't see us as their sons, they don't see us as their nephews, they don't see us like how they see, like, you know, them judges, them high ranking judges like him give niggas like what's his name, Brock Turner, Brock Sampson, what the fuck his name is, 5 months for rape, but then turn around and give an accused Jamal 10 years.
Right.
You hear me? It's like we see this often, how like the dichotomy is such a false equivalency happening. We see how much the ones in power don't see us in the same empathetic view as they see their own, that it's a backlash. And it seems like all those old white men saw Kavanaugh as them because they know they did some fuck shit. Yeah. And it was like,
Oh, son, they was like, if we let this one go, they're going to come for all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's going to open the floodgates.
Oh, not only are they going to come for us, but people will believe them.
Right.
You hear me? That's more even worse.
We need our women to stand by this, because, listen here, baby, do you want to stay in this big house, or you want to eat potty meat?
It go back to potty meat, just nigga. But it go back to what we were saying. If it wasn't the last side, it was the last side. When we're speaking about how toxic masculinity and patriarchy, they are both systems. They're not people. They're not genders. So you can be a woman and absolutely hold up all the metrics of patriarchy and toxic masculinity and be just as fucked up with your vagina, not even realizing you're working against your own cause. So when I see these white women, and when I see these white women standing up, because they even had this thing about white women for Trump, and it's like, my nigga, like,
oh, that shit was
yeah, that damn picture of all those white women swooning over Trump.
Fucking
like,
salivating.
What the fuck is this?
I was like, wow, son.
Like, that is Stockholm Syndrome at its finest, man.
Say it again. You hear
Bruh.
me? Bruh, what else do you call it, dog?
Nah,
Because once again, everybody get taught the same fucked up. We all get indoctrinated the same way. You hear me? So I totally expect everybody to be against their own causes at times until they wake up. If you're not a straight white male in America, at some point you're gonna unless your parents really hipped you in the right direction early. That's why I often say that, man. That's why I often get so pissed about when people pick on the churn. It's the same way. Like everything's gonna ever get changed. It's through the churn and and most times when you debating with like a motherfucking adult, it's oftentimes because I don't want your fucked up mind state to be contagious to either weak-minded or to children. Because you most likely got a child teaching them this dumb shit that's going to make your child get whooped by my child because he going to kick your kid ass coming at him with any of this fuckery that you want.
Say that.
I'm just saying, son. I'm afraid to see whatever monster I have because, like, nigga.
I know I'm going to have a fucking monster. They're going to be hip to all
A
the
lot of
game,
shit.
dog. Like, they ain't going to be, nah. Somebody's child might get their ass whipped for talking sporty.
And even if it's not actually physically, son, my kid will have the brain too,
verbally,
whatever.
Every single fashion.
You'll get every
son.
check you gonna get, dog.
Any check you need.
check.
Yeah, whichever one.
Nike
you
check,
Right.
all checks, bitch.
All of them.
Cash One, Capital One checks, every check you can name.
I'm
nigga.
just saying, son. It's just a trip, dog. It's just a trip, and like once again, it's one of those things where like we live in the Trump world, so we actually shouldn't be surprised.
Nope.
But it's like, wow, it's such a bizarre thing to come from such a graceful institution like that Barack had to having such a, my God, like it's so embarrassing that people are freaking banning our president from coming to their country.
Right. Like I keep on saying, dog, I just want to see how far it's going to take it, dog.
I'm with you until we start looking at niggas getting lifetime jobs that shouldn't have them, though. That's what I get scared.
I don't think no one should have a lifetime job at all.
No.
Like at certain
No.
level, dog, you're gonna be a little outdated. And,
Yes.
Or a little too just ain't ready for the job. You could be a trainer for the next person is a third.
So they can learn how to do things. But
like,
your frame of mind, like you said,
dog, you're a little out there, dog.
time's gonna evolve.
Even if you evolve physically, dog, you're gonna have to pass the torch down, son.
Come on, son.
That's the only thing to do.
And right now it's becoming a little tit for tat because they got this the Democrat lady that was gonna step down that was like, look, I'm gonna stay till I'm 90 now because they got niggas like this coming through.
Right.
So
Somebody's got to guard the gate.
somebody right, son. That's why more and more people saying like, y'all better vote more women in office or more like-minded men in office. But I'm like, dog, you better vote like-minded women in office because you get that wrong fucking woman and
Right.
she
And you can get the same
same
fucking
result.
shit.
What do? Like we're at a culture. I ain't gonna say a culture clash. We're at a spot. We're at a point in history. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like oftentimes when you're growing up, you're reading history. We're in it right now. We're in a very uncomfortable point. You heard me? It's like, and honestly, it's worse than we realize because we don't even get the direct blowback of a lot of the choices that this administration has been making and will make. We're gonna get some of it, but like.
But we definitely haven't felt the full brunt force of it yet.
But others have.
Yeah.
You hear me? Like women about to feel it. When this nigga Kavanaugh saying shit like contraception is a abortional drug.
Bruh. That is really absurd. Like how is that? Oh, that has so many repercussions, bruh. Like,
Son, misguided people in power is a scary thing, son. You hear me? Like
there has to be checks and balances somewhere, dog. Like somebody's gonna have to like regulate this guy. Like he is the Supreme Court judge now, but I think there just has to be like auxiliary personnel that can make like some kind of choice to like make sure that sort of shit doesn't fly.
But that's the thing, when all your auxiliary personnel is sipping the same Kool-Aid, it gets scary, man. Y'all saw that picture that went viral of like it was why is there not one woman in this meeting about women's bodies and shit? And it's like, what they making all the laws about what a woman, and there's not a law on a man's body. There is not a law on what we should do. There was a funny meme that popped up about how like shouldn't men maybe men should be the ones that should be regulated as far as shit go because we could get multiple women pregnant over and over and over again. We don't have to stop it all. And it's an interesting thing when they say like how, you know what I mean, we flip shit on them where it's like,
if there was birth control for men, would you take it?
No.
Why?
I would be afraid for my dick. Like, it put like this.
100% certified that it didn't.
Put like this. If it was in, if it was in, like, okay, like right now we
can always pull out, son.
I'm saying this, dog.
Like,
birth control for women. Birth control for women is like so part of culture and has been happening for so many decades that the women of today can feel like they know what happens, they know the repercussions. It's been tested to that point. If you're telling me if it's like after like 70 years of this, and for the most part, niggas' dicks ain't falling off. Because that's the thing. They talking about it now. And I'm not about to be part of the first wave of niggas to try that shit. Then my dick fall off. And then I'm one of them niggas they talking about. Were you the victim of prolax?
Right. Are you dickless?
Are you dickless? Did your balls shrivel up and turn purple or pink and you're not even white?
You may
know what I'm saying?
entitled to some compensation.
Nigga, I don't want that compensation. I want my dick. Like, you know?
Right.
So I get what you're saying. Like, if it's been proven for a time, not you're telling me it's 100%. No, bitch. Years, decades have passed. We've seen generation.
We need a generation.
A generation of working penises out here. You hear me? And not turning strepped. Because I'll be afraid that I can't have kids. Because that's what I'll be scared of for some women.
You know,
I'll be like, damn, don't play with that too much. You know?
Some women talking about birth control. It helps them with their periods.
Depends on the birth control.
It
depends on the body.
That's why I said something.
Yeah.
But
it can. It depends.
We don't have periods, so like I feel like it's only what like.
Nigga, it's not the. Come on, son.
I know that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like the shit that come with the shit that it's not gonna come with nothing good for like. I don't think nobody should take birth control, honestly.
But I'm saying the period angle.
I'm saying with men, like we gonna get nothing but like I don't see no good that's gonna come out of that.
What you mean? It stops pregnancies, just like what women take it, so they don't
have to but it's gonna fuck something else up. Like
maybe. What D's saying is, what if it was just as tested as the women's ones?
If some butts were candy and nuts. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's the hypothetical.
Hypothetical is like, dog.
My son, nigga, you act like a nigga can't ask a hypothetical question.
Ask your fucking hypothetical. Like, you just have no opinion. Okay.
Now when it come to my dick,
great.
Ain't no hypotheticals with this dick.
Great.
Imagination, who?
Damn.
Dog, because that burger control shit scared me. So then when they came out with that shit, I was like, man, they gonna fuck up our dicks, man.
Yeah, son. But,
and our insides.
I mean, I fear for
because it gotta get right. I don't think they made it right. It's gotta get right.
I mean, that's just, but that wasn't the question.
So if it was already right.
If it was already, if it was like just as I should say, if it was the same as with female birth control, because really women know that birth control got problems too, problematic too. I know women that don't take it for this reason and that reason and that reason. So I'm not saying that it's perfect, but it has the exact same risk that women take.
I mean, real talk, son. I pop it, I do it, because you know I'm gonna be shooting off kids till the day I die, but I'm not gonna probably be as responsible for popping it like that. So
it just can't make me not be able to have kids, and it can't make my dick fall off. And I wouldn't know that until a generation is used. And then by the time that happens, I'm gonna be old and not giving.
So you gonna let it be tested and tried by somebody else? And
nigga, ain't that anything?
Yeah.
God, that's what we do.
But I was like, that's fucked up. Like,
that's not fucked up. I don't even get the first round of PlayStations when they come out. You get the buggy one. What? You get the buggy one.
Nigga, I waited 2 years after that fucking shit came out.
Fuck that. I don't get the first game when it first comes out. No. I will let
work them kinks out
bitch,
first,
whoever's the guinea pig, be the guinea pig.
Right. Y'all got dough? Fuck it.
I'm all for guinea pigging motherfuckers. All D.
Likewise. I'm all about that.
And right now we're America's guinea pigs with the clowns that they're putting into just in there. You hear me? Like, I would never have thought in any day that we would have a president that's still accused of rape, embezzlement, all kind of illegal things, and we would also have a cabinet full of motherfuckers accused of the same. Like, it's interesting to me where it's like America is like that nigga that's on Tinder on Facebook saying all these great things about itself and saying how, like, you know what I mean, big up in itself, and have you thinking, damn, that chick fine, that nigga handsome, that nigga got it going on, man, that bitch bad, you hear me? And then you date that motherfucker and you like, the fuck is this shit?
You're a fucking serial killer?
What? Right, nigga.
Whoa.
You took your shirt off and your stomach came off, nigga. Right. What the fuck? You don't really have ankles? That's all made up? Like, all kind of shit.
Yeah, it's damn.
You didn't tell me you had AIDS. So it's like,
you didn't tell me.
It's like, my nigga, like, it's an interesting thing with it, because we talked about this off mic off the times, dog. It's not like it's like I love being an American. At the same time, I cannot pretend like these motherfuckers on the right side and act like that means America is perfect.
Right. Like, we have our charms, but we got some shit to work on too. And personally, I don't know if I would live in any other countries right now. Like, not any I can think of.
I told you, Canada had more power.
Yeah, like if they had more power. And
Canada ain't got no power. Like, they just does.
Yeah, like, I feel like Canada is like a sitting duck on some shit. Like, if anybody just gets pissed off at Canada, they'll just go and just fucking wipe Canada.
But they ain't got no reason, because Canada don't do nobody nothing.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if a country just got a wild hair up their ass or something, you're like, you know what, fuck Canada.
So
like, I would feel like a sitting duck there. Like, man, we ain't got shit.
We ain't got shit but weed,
nice.
and we just universal health care. I mean, it just seems like a really cool place.
Yeah.
It's just, you ain't about, you just, if we having a whole country versus country fight, it's the first one might get snuck in the squad.
Yeah.
You the nigga I'm hitting. Canada.
Wow.
I ain't gonna hit Japan first.
No.
I ain't about to go fuck with Egypt or nothing, but fucking Canada might get snuck. Moving on, dog. So Cosby already is trying to get out of jail.
I like that.
Boy, he's trying to run out that bitch.
Look at that face.
They keep throwing food at him.
A patty, a chicken patty.
Ew, I don't know why they keep throwing food. I don't understand that.
I love it.
I'm just like, why food though? Like, out of all things, y'all
Because-
hitting this nigga with food.
Because it's gonna make the headlines. They just keep hitting them with
Yes.
food. I want them to keep
They gonna
trolling
hit that
him with
ball with-
I
that
want it to be a different food every week.
every week.
Where did Bill Cosby get here with this week? A fucking Frank?
Sorry,
Chicken
please.
patty?
Fuck, I hit with a
Please.
D&D.
A security guard, please smuggle some Jello pudding into
Please,
the motherfucking
someone.
You
prison.
gotta smoke it. They got Jello pudding there.
Please, somebody hit him with a Jello pudding.
Dog, hit
That's the headline. That's the best.
Bill
That's
Cosby
the,
gets hit with a Jello pudding pot.
I can
Bruh.
die happy. I will die happy,
dog,
dog.
I love it.
Might
I
let
love
that nigga out of jail.
That would be the ultimate irony.
He ain't getting out though.
Dog, he wants it. Bill Cosby, and like the thing is, he has a whole nother fucking sexual assault lawsuit coming at him while he's in jail. It's like these women like, look, nigga, because like I keep saying, he got off easy. One rape, you got punished for one rape out of dozens, and you getting a couple years that you're not even trying to serve. Come on, Bill.
Who fucked Bill Cosby?
I mean, he was a man back in the day. Even after being sentenced to serve 3 to 10 years in prison for sex assault back in late September, Cosby may have to go through the court process all over again for lawsuits that were placed on hold.
Oh, damn.
According to the New York Daily News, a California judge ruled that the 2016 sexual battery complaint filed by model Chloe Goins can move forward after it was virtually frozen pending the outcome of Cosby's Pennsylvania criminal case.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they fucking nailing you to the cross.
So my nigga, there's rape cases that they had to stop. I didn't even realize that they had to stop its progress because he was in litigation for this one over here.
Oh yeah, son.
Nigga.
Dog, if this come out true on this one, Bill Cosby ain't ever getting out of jail. Son. Fucking 3 to 10. Bitch, you about to do 10 to L.
10 to death.
Yeah, 10 to death, man.
DOA. He was DOA.
Right. That's crazy, dude.
Nigga, a hot dog bun, a chicken patty. Let me see if Bill Cosby wants out of prison on bail, but it may not happen soon or at all. Convicted sex assailant. The hell case is convicted sex assailant.
Damn.
That's what they call you now. Bill Cosby's lawyers want to get him out of the Pennsylvania prison as soon as possible, so they're petitioning the judge who sentenced him. The same judge they criticize as biased and unethical to reconsider his 3 to 10 sentence. But this is only a preliminary step. Trial experts say if Judge Stephen O'Neill denies the motion Cosby's lawyers filed over the weekend, then the defense team will likely go over O'Neill's head to challenge the sentence to a 3-judge panel of the state superior court. Oh my God. If none of that gets inmate number in 7687 out of... Y'all so fucking petty for putting this man inmate number out here.
Dog.
Out of prison quickly. You see this shit?
Oh my God.
Then Cosby can launch a full-on appeal of his April conviction. Come on, pop-ups. Of 3 charges of aggravated sexual assault of drugging and molesting a woman at his home outside Philadelphia in 2004. The motion was filed by appellate court lawyer Peter Goldberger and Joseph Green and blah, blah, blah. Cosby's 81, nearly blind and ailing.
That's why you can't see the food coming at him.
Oh, God.
They can't see, dog. Nigga walking through that, you know.
81, son.
Hands up, Bill Cosby! Whap!
Oh, my God. They try to get this man out. So I think he'll get out
You ain't gonna get up?
and go back in.
No, he's not getting out, son. He's not getting out, son.
This is a long
You
article.
think he's
Y'all
gonna
can look
die
at it.
in
He's
prison?
gonna die there, son.
If he dies there, it's going to be within his first 3. I think he's going to get out. I think he's going to get out.
If the other case goes through, son, he's not getting out.
You're right. If it goes through.
If it don't go through, he's gonna get out.
That's basically what. Because the thing is, if that other case go through, that means all the other ones are most likely going to go through, and you're absolutely right. He's not getting out. If one frozen one adds more years, they're going to keep piling that shit.
Yeah. There's going to be more and more cases, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Oh, man.
I mean, his wife stopped fucking with him, so say, bro, pay attention. That's all I gotta say. Pay attention. Your wife is not out here going, my husband was wronged. All of these allegations. No,
she slid back.
She got the fuck on you, as a matter of fact. So you hear me? Dog, it's people that he don't even know him still ride for Cliff way harder than anybody in his inner circle. That says a lot, because I feel like if I ain't do it, my wife ride with me.
Yeah.
Straight up and down. But when you go on record and say, I did it, well, you know.
That's that for that.
I'm just saying, son, because, like, we in this world, son, where, like, a judge had to rescind his order for granting a rapist joint custody to his victim's child.
Wait, what?
Dog.
Judge rescinds order granting rapist.
Yes.
Joint legal custody of the victim's child.
Because originally, because peep it. Originally, before, because this is new. This came out the other day. You feel me? But motherfucker at first gave the rights to the rapist. The rapist got her pregnant, molested this girl, got her pregnant, and then came back around and wanted to be in the kid's life. And yeah, on some crazy shit. And the fact that you had to realize that this was wrong and rescind it says a lot about...
Yeah, throw that judge away. Throw that judge all the way away.
A lot of these judges are circumspect. Dog. That's what I'm saying. When we look at Kavanaugh, who about to be a Supreme Judge, I mean, we go down the way, see judges doing shit like this, see judges letting rapists off every day. You know what I mean? It's like, dog, like this man in Alaska got a pass for rape. Like, dog, I want to get in people's minds that be coming for me on this shit when we be talking, dog, that our country does not care about rape.
Dog,
it really don't.
That slavery is part of American fabric, son.
I'm saying, and in slavery, we was getting raped. Men and women.
It's all part of the American fabric, dog.
Oh, he pleaded guilty.
Read that bit.
A man in Anchorage, Alaska pleaded guilty to assaulting a woman who said he strangled her unconscious and sexually assaulted her. The man then walked out of the court with no prison sentence. Okay,
that's
how?
So blatant. I know I did it. I admit I did it. And I get off? Must remind you of your grandson.
But I would like this gentleman to be on notice that this is his one pass. Prosecutor Andrew Granick said in court Wednesday. It's not really a pass, but given the conduct, one might consider that it is.
What?
Damn, not even 30 days? You just gonna let the nigga go?
Justin Snyder was accused of kidnapping and assaulting a woman on August 15th of last year, strangling her until she lost consciousness and then masturbating on her. Granick said Shydick had lost his job as an air traffic controller for the federal government as a result of the case, and that it might have been a life sentence. The criminal complaint said the victim, who did not know Schneider, told police she was at a gas station when he offered to give her a ride. The woman, who was attempting to get to her boyfriend's home, accepted. That we talking about rides the other day, Joe. Schneider then drove the victim to another location and attacked her, she said. At one point, Schneider told the victim he would kill her if she screamed, the complaint alleged. She said she could not fight him off. He was too heavy and had her held down, being choked to death. The victim said she lost consciousness, thinking she was going to die. When the victim woke up, she told police the man told her that he wasn't really going to kill her, that he needed her to believe she was going to die so he could be sexually fulfilled.
So, wait a minute. At this point, he admitted to kidnapping her, threatening her, verbally sexually abusing her. And he's admitted to doing this.
Pleaded guilty.
And the judge is sitting there like,
Snyder was charged with 4 felonies, including kidnapping and assault. He pleaded guilty to a single felony assault charge in the second degree in exchange for a sentence of 2 years with 1 suspended plus 3 years probation. Look at these numbers. And I want to keep saying, we do not care about rape in America. I don't want to hear none of this bullshit where y'all motherfuckers, well, what about the falsely accused? Niggas don't go to jail when they're guilty, let alone, you know what I mean? The only motherfuckers in jail right now for rape are most likely poor black men.
For the most
And
part.
it's not a large number, most likely, by comparison to the other fucking niggas out here. I'm talking about the falsely accused. You hear me? It's like, dog, niggas getting 2 and 3 years. You should get more than single digits for raping someone.
Yeah.
Single digits?
Yeah,
My nigga, you got 4
crazy.
felonies, my nigga. When you black, 1 felony is enough to put you away for at least 5.
Nigga,
On
5
your-
to 10.
on your first offense.
5 to 10, and I ain't saying black people should get away with it neither. I'm saying nobody should get away with it. But it's just egregious when you see the shit in your face, and I'm saying across the board, when you look at the stats, like we said on side, hey nigga, niggas ain't going to jail for rape. When you tell me 6 out of 1,000, and I'm looking like, whoa.
I told you that earlier, my dog. Men that rape children, men that rape women, women that rape children,
Son.
women that rape men. Nobody gives a fuck about rape in this country, dog. Cause
We're trying to ride and give pedophiles a fucking excuse now.
they got a sickness now or some kind of thing. Someone don't even say it's a sickness. It's a preference.
That's
Man,
my-
boy love,
nigga.
or some shit like that.
And whether you call it a preference or a sickness, dog, don't try to normalize that shit, bruh.
Right.
Put them people away. Get these
You
people
need
some
help,
help.
my nigga.
Get them some. If it's a
I can
sickness,
admit you need help,
get them some help.
You need
but
some help, son.
Keep them away from people.
dog. Until you're rehabilitated in some kind of form where I can you can't be a teacher. Certain things you can't do.
Keep
Can't
them
go around
away from
parks.
people. All that shit fucked up. And some of these, and the thing is, when men, like I said, when women get on a case, what can you say? Like sometimes I'm like maybe a few years ago I might have defended certain things. Now it gets to a point where I can't even defend certain shit because look at the stats, look at the numbers, look at the facts. You know what I mean? This is right in your motherfucking face. We've been doing this podcast for 2 years. How many times we've had a story about a nigga either getting some stupid amount of small time or off completely? It keeps happening. It keeps happening.
When it comes to rape, dog, everyone gets off.
You know what I'm saying?
For the most part.
There's a
I
bad
can't-
joke in there, but yeah.
I can't think of, I know, right? I heard it. But I
Dog.
can't think of that many cases, dog, on either side of the fence of any kind of rape of any kind of form where the majority didn't get off.
Dog, the stats are there. Go to RAINN, RAINN. You get all the freaking stats. I'm not here for it, son. Like certain people have breaking points for certain shit. Dog, I told y'all long ago, dog. For whatever reason, dog, I care more about rape than murder, and that's weird.
Because murder sometimes can be justified.
It can't.
There's no way
Rape
you
can never be justified, and that's the reason. We've talked about this
Yeah,
before.
we
That was
talked
exactly
about
what we
this,
came
dog.
down to the bottom line
Sometimes you can
of.
justify murder, dog, but you can't nowhere ever justify rape. Like, she came at me at night, so I raped her.
Nigga,
no
right.
one says
I was
that.
trying to defend myself, right? So I raped her.
I raped her.
The
No.
fuck?
What?
Life or death situation. Rape was the cause.
Rape.
Rape
I was
was the
hanging
thing.
on my thread, and when she grabbed my hand, I raped her.
Nigga, it's so fucked up. And I apologize to anybody listening who might be triggered by the word rape. I know you're supposed to give a trigger warning and such. We just very uncouth over here at the Potty My Potty
Sorry,
podcast
we just
land.
talk about reality.
You hear me?
Some things ain't gonna be PCB.
You hear me? I just got to throw the apology out there because I know and trying to be responsible, I understand that. But still, this is fucked up. We live in a fucked up way.
Gotta say
Culture
sorry.
needs to change. I keep saying it over and over. Culture needs to change, dog. There's things that are just normal that shouldn't be normal, and that's where people got to start. Like,
It's not like they ain't got laws. Motherfuckers need to enforce the laws behind it, dog. 'Cause there's real laws that put you
we
behind
need more
bars.
laws. We need
And
stronger
we got
laws.
laws. We just need niggas to enforce these laws,
We
dog.
need stricter laws, and we need better people in power to enforce them.
Because the thing about laws, dog, is that
Like these dumb judges.
It works when it's against most black people. It's really mostly when it comes to these white folk that the laws get a little bit bendy.
But
For the
black
most
niggas
part.
is getting off with rape too.
I ain't saying they ain't.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm across the board, generally speaking, for crime. Black people get it harder and worse than white people. I get what you're
They get
saying.
the book.
But I don't want anybody to ever be able to take from this discussion that we're trying to say, oh, but let black people... No, nigga.
Oh, no,
Because niggas
no.
ain't going to jail neither. Nobody's going to jail for real for this.
Nobody, dog.
Because one bad thing in the black community about this is motherfuckers, it be in the family, dog. It be that uncle, that fucking fucked up pedophile ass uncle that's looking at the little girl and shit, got the little girl sitting on his lap and shit. You
Right.
feel me? All these old heads that's look, dog.
I think that's in a lot of other people's families too, yeah.
I can speak from the black community, like seeing that directly, being able to take our lick on saying like, oh, that's almost a norm. Not as much as I see it in my adult life now. But I know growing up in the 90s and shit, that was like a thing. Like people would say of like, yeah, you gotta watch out for them
Well, your
dirty old uncles and shit, or the ones da. And I'm a man, I'm a boy, so I didn't have to deal with it. You feel me?
But that's
But
crazy to
it's
be like,
fucked up
man,
that was the thing. If
You
you
gotta watch out
talk,
for your uncle, my nigga?
man, you talk to enough girls, dog, like.
Oh, I already know.
I mean, like there's this one question that's been going around that's like really disturbing too. I'm asking women, when did you realize? When did men first start finding you attractive, or something like that?
Yeah. When do you first realize that men found
grown men, not boys. Like, when did men start looking at you? And like, the ages all be like little girls.
Yeah. Child
It be little girls, like
11.
It be like nigga. It be little girls, and they started feeling those eyes on them. I couldn't imagine what it's like growing up as a woman in this fucking world, let alone this country, let alone black. That's why it's like, nigga.
Black woman. Bette Miller is a black woman.
Shut up, nigga.
Was my favorite.
Shut up, nigga. Shut up before I make that the title of the episode. Bette Miller is a black woman. Shut the fuck up.
Richard Dolezal, Bette Miller, man.
Nigga, son, like,
Sister.
because it goes and there's two things happening right now. That's
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Dude, I am actually very excited to read your book now, because now that I know exactly what you're talking about, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is he gonna say? Like shit that I probably forgot. And
all right, hold up. We're recording right now, guys.
Oh, hey.
And this is gonna be very jarring for anybody that's listening.
Dun dun.
You feel me? Once again, if you've been listening to all the shows, if you're a fan of all the shows on it, we might as well start calling it the Fly with Bats Network. You will hear I said that the last episode of the Fly with Bats 64 side B got cut in the middle of the conversation, and even when they just got cut in the middle of the conversation, a whole bunch of drama happened, and we didn't get a chance to finish it. So I hit up L Dub from the Your 30 podcast, you know, the motherfucker we always be talking about and giving shit to. And he said he graciously came through because AlphaJoe couldn't make it for our re-record. And it's really us picking up on what we didn't finish, as well as new shit that happened since the last time we recorded.
Sweet Jesus has it.
Man,
so you're getting a triple dose, dude.
I mean, like I said, depending upon how these conversations go, this might want to be in the first, like, 3-sided episode. I don't know yet. Depends on how shit go.
3-sided?
Because
you're
dog,
naughty.
I mean, I'm hoping.
Naughty boy.
What have I told y'all? Sexuality is a spectrum.
It's a spectrum, baby.
Don't be weird, nigga.
Don't be weird, nigga. Stay fluid. So, so we picking up on, and I feel like it's funny to be picking up on a previous conversation, but we picking up on what we were talking about the ETOUFEE, and we're gonna move forward in it. But it just feels weird to just stop in the middle of that conversation and be like, oh yeah, American Observer here,
we apologize for the sudden change.
But what you got to understand is, niggas, we are broke as of right now.
Broke.
So, new equipment ain't in the fucking budget.
Right.
It ain't.
So, you enjoy the Fly with Bats podcast for its real take. Well, you got more real take now.
You got real take, and I'm going to be absolutely transparent. Because I ain't going to front out. There's been many times where shit like that has happened, and we just won't tell y'all, and we'll just do some editing, audio trickery, and
we'll just rock.
We'll just rock. But this time, I'm like...
transparency.
Yeah, let's go. You hear me? But this time, I'm like, man, well, Joe couldn't make it, and I'm bringing in a whole other guest host. We can't do that shit. we can't pull that shit. We might as well be real, be transparent. However this conversation goes is how this conversation goes. But
this ain't a soap opera.
Yeah,
because they were good for that.
Oh yeah, son, they'll put a new nigga in the old spot and make you have to just go along with it, like
surprise.
That's just look you right in your face, be like,
he light skinned now.
He was always light skinned.
He was always light skinned. This is casting by whoever made the Jackson 5 movie.
Right.
Here's the thing, I know that because I used to be a fan of a horrible soap opera by the name of Passions.
Horrible, but it was so good.
The gentleman who used to play Chad is currently an anchor
on Insecure.
No, he is currently.
Oh, you mean the guy who you gave us on the
Charles Gibbons?
There we go. Yeah.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, and I was like, nigga, is that Chad? Really?
Yeah, he's doing the news.
Like, hey, you do what you gotta do.
Still working.
You do what you gotta do.
It.
But I remember they had 3 Simones, 2 Ks, 4 Ivies,
damn,
3 Gwens, and I'm like, the show was only on for like 9 years, It's not like all of them other fucking soap operas on 30, 40, 50
Yeah, well,
years.
you have
like,
to switch out, or someone
they
might get
die.
Well, people die, but also people blow up in other arenas. People get other
Yeah.
opportunities, and they got to keep their stories going. Well, we're not about to fall in this wall. In this
Yeah,
hole.
we're about
to-
We're in the middle of
It's a vortex.
ETOUFEE today. Y'all motherfuckers been listening to some heated discussions, and then we just brought it all the way down to talk about
To
fashion.
fashion.
We're not about to do that. We ain't about to do that to y'all. So, like, yeah, the last thing I was talking about was how Bette Midler. This is long gone past at this point, but the basically the concept. That nigga Bet. You hear me? The concept of like intersectionality and the fact that it's so lost. Like the Special Olympics are on full beam, and it's so lost on white people, on white women in that space at times, which is why many black women can't identify with feminism, is because y'all forget that black women been niggas. Black women been niggas, and they get treated more like niggas than even us niggas.
Y'all trying to be the new niggas while they already got plenty of niggas suffering.
I don't understand how many times I've had to explain, literally define intersectionality.
It's not taught in schools. Like there's so much shit that should be taught. Like as we evolve and we get like rape culture and these new terms and these new meanings of, because a lot of these things are old, but as they get hot in the streets, as people finally catch on to them,
Just
feel me?
more people are catching on.
Then it needs to also get into the school book so our kids can know this shit coming up. Because something like you said, intersectionality. I want you to give you give an amazing definition on your podcast. I want you to give it right now. You feel me? But it really needs to be taught young. All this shit.
You know what the thing is though? Yes, it does need to be taught, but to put that type of thing in schools, that also means that they need to find a book on it. And if they're going to find a book on it, whose book is the right book to give the kids to study?
I mean, but that's
there'll
the thing.
be a lot of debate.
I think that's with anything though. When it comes to when we're dealing with these books and how trash some of these books is, when we talk about.
I'm just saying
history.
though, like okay.
I'm saying, you know what? I want to say this because you might be thinking younger than I'm thinking.
How young are you thinking?
Truthfully, in the household, you should teach your kids about race and race relations. I think young. I was a kid. My grandma used to always have me learn about Black history and such and such.
Between 5 and 7
on up. You know what I'm saying? But that's coming from a woker family. But we speaking more general. If we speaking more general,
6.
See, but I'm saying in school, when do we learn about racial things in school? Whenever we learn about that in school,
I don't think there should be an age minimum on when to teach it. I think the biggest thing is, where are you teaching it from? Like from whose perspective? Because they got lineages of like math books and English books and social studies. It's like I just can't think of, at least in this moment, where to begin as far as like a proper text.
No, but no, there are texts because this is not an opinion what intersectionality is. You feel me?
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
So this can be taught as a fact. Like, let us give the definition, and then we can get back into it.
If you follow me on Instagram, I do Woketionary every now and again. So that's it.
Soulboy30 on Instagram.
There you go. Intersectionality is the study of how oppression and marginalization factors when you are part of more than one marginalized group. For example, just say black women, since we're talking about that. Black men, all three of us here are cis black men. Black men have to deal with racism. Women have to deal with sexism. Black women have to deal with both, but they don't deal with racism in the same way that black men do, and they don't deal with sexism in the same way that white women do. Their oppression is intersectional. Once again, because a lot of times you'll read sexism from black men and racism from white women, and you're like, well, fuck. You're pulling me in two different directions. Same as anybody who is in the LGBTQIA plus community. Okay.
I'm glad they just
That
got
was
the
a
plus.
marathon.
I'm glad they put the plus at the end, so now they don't
Everybody else!
Yeah, they don't have to add any more
fuck!
letters.
All right.
Just
All
put the
right,
plus.
Shit!
Because at first it was just 3 letters, then it was 4, then it became 6. Okay, I understand you want conclusions
Yeah,
which are
there's
about.
nothing wrong with inclusion.
The plus is the inclusion sign out.
Once
Just
again,
a quick question about that. Like, would it be bad if they just still brought it back to LGBT and then plus?
I mean, at this point, you
some
add the
people
Q.
do.
Some people do.
Yeah.
But I feel like you added the Q, don't take that Q away.
don't take away
Understandable.
Q.
Because they have a Q, an I, and an A now, right? So
Questioning intersex and asexual, which asexual is kind of odd because That's the literal absence
It's
of
the absence
of
sexuality,
sex,
period.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
But then people need someplace to go, Lawrence.
this is
That's
true.
like saying atheism is a religion.
They need a tribe.
Yeah, that's a.
They need a tribe,
they need
man.
a tribe,
Yeah.
and be there for them. But like I said, sexuality as well as gender is a spectrum anyway. So you have people in between, and you don't know where people go on the Kinsey scale.
And a lot of people don't know where they go because they don't.
Right.
They're not even aware that the Kinsey scale is a scale. More things that should be taught somewhere. Like you said, I don't know specifically where or when, but should be taught somewhere. But back to intersectionality, and like you said, not just black women. A black man has to deal with intersectionality. A gay black man, I mean to say. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Because
You
they got to
dig?
deal with homophobia
As
and
well as racism. You dig?
racism.
So I feel like, see, since this is a fact, kids should learn that term, that concept of intersectionality, especially white people, because when you're Bette Midler and you're out here saying that women are the niggas, it's like, no, son, because black women been niggas. What do you mean? You just basically erased black women, which keeps happening over and over again in our society. And it's funny that you're going to stand on a platform for positivity, because the thing is, we all know Miss Hocus Pocus. We know that you was trying to come from a good place, but you can't even help that your condition is that deep that you have a natural inclination to erase black women, that it didn't even cross your mind that you might be doing that. And off the dump, white people, stop even playing with the N-word. It don't work.
Stop playing.
It don't
with
work.
fucking worm,
It don't
please.
work in none of your sentences. Just leave it alone.
Just leave it.
Leave it be. Just
Leave it in the corner with us.
Just say
with us.
we are talking to it. Okay?
We're dealing with
We're
it.
gonna work this out, okay?
Yes,
but y'all stay over there in the other fucking room.
And
all
like I
right?
said,
It never ends up well for you guys.
like I said, the first thing I did, if I'm not mistaken, is I directed her to, oh God, what's that fool's name? Marty keeps on calling him Peg Leg Joe. Matt McGorry. Matt McGorry, from the actor from How to Get Away with Murder, doucheface.
From
Orange
is the New Black. Yeah.
He's
He's
got
woke
to be
as
the
fuck.
wokest white
boy.
guy I have ever seen in my life. He was arrested at a protest and said, because I'm white, I'm probably going to get out and I have this problem on me. I'm not going to have a record. You know that shit, right?
Yeah.
Respect.
That white boy be going.
Respect.
And it's so hilarious because I remember seeing him in Orange is the New Black, and I had one opinion of him. Then you see how he flipped in How to Get Away with Murder to show, okay, you're an actor. You're an actor. Okay, I got you.
In Orange, he was porn star?
No. He was the young nigga that got that was fucking inmate and got her pregnant.
Oh,
In the first season.
okay.
And
Cool,
on there, he's
cool,
all
cool,
nice
cool,
guy
cool.
and
Yeah,
shit. How to Get
right.
Away with Murder? He's a fucking a bro. But he had a heart. Eventually, they gave him character development.
Yeah.
But when you meet him after just seeing him on Orange is the New Black, it's like, all right, Matt, we see you acting out here.
Cool.
But then when you catch him, like when Lauren's saying, out here in these streets,
Working.
that nigga is doing the good work.
He
Good.
is the wokest white boy you will ever see in your life.
Like, we need more of those, because I'm going to keep on saying, dog, white people will only listen in general to other white people.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can yell and scream and protest and have video footage of a fucking cop saying, fuck niggers, I'm about to kill you, blow. Like, they can see all of that coming from
what
us.
did he do?
Right. Y'all are going to question everything. But if a white person say it, like, y'all give it just that much more of a... I
mean, it goes back to what we were talking about. We've talked about many times on the podcast about how they see their brothers, they see their sister, they see their nephew, they see someone like them, and it's easier for them to connect because they see them many times, especially since they've been conditioned into us being stereotypes. You feel me? Like it's
and
almost
being dramatic and
you know what I mean. And then you throw and I'm loving that you're bringing that up about him because it goes to what I'm starting to. A thing that's settling into me, that's going through my process, that more people need to understand what an ally is, and I don't think enough people understand what that means to be an ally, and it's what you just said, but it's not just for race, because sometimes I get flack because I might stick up for women and be speaking about women's rights and stuff, and they be like, man, but you're not a woman, you're trading in on men. I get all kind of bullshit sometimes from like crazy ass niggas, and I'm like, son, it's called being an ally, dog, because half the time y'all niggas will listen to something that I'm saying or have the back and forth with me or whatever, and we'll come to some whatever the fuck. But I've seen countless women. I watch it's like a science project. I can see it on my wall daily. You're ignoring what that woman is saying. You're fighting on every little thing she's saying. It's the reason for an ally. Just like with us being black, you dig? we can say whatever, boom, we run into walls with the white people. So white person says it for whatever reason they hear it. The same shit with if you helping out like with LGBT. Us as straight motherfuckers, if we speak out to other homophobic straight motherfuckers, they might hear conceptually or whatever from us before they hear from our gay friend over there. So that's
before of course accusing you of being gay.
Oh yeah, you gonna get that too. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But
why
when
you sticking up for them? They not you,
dude. Nigga, I got
like human motherfucker.
And motherfucker, they got at me like that too. Something with when it's the trippiest thing to me. It's like when I stand up for black rights, I don't get shit except from white folk. You know what I'm saying? But when I stand up for fucking women, black niggas, niggas just all coming at me of all ilks and all kinds of shit. When I stand up for gay people, oh, you must be gay. Why? I'm like why a motherfucker can't be human? At one point, it clicked in my brain that no oppression is real, son. If we want equality and equity, because those are two different things, you feel me? Equity is when everybody gets what they need. Equality is us all on the same page. Equality in the laws, equity in our needs. But at the end of the day, if you want all that for yourself, you should want it for all. Like what Martin Luther King said. Like, nigga, what quote that was? Evil anywhere is a threat to...
a threat to injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
Yeah, well,
or something like that.
Yeah, it's injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's what it is.
Yeah. One of
no. You said it right. Just I don't think he said a threat to injustice in the beginning. I think he just said a threat to I think he just said injustice anywhere. But we know what I'm saying. It's like, son, you can't be up here saying you want rights for blacks and then you hating on gays. You can't be up here saying you pro LGBT, but you shitting on women. Like, the shit don't go right. It's not real. It's not right. So if I'm gonna be a loud motherfucker out here, not perfect, but a loud motherfucker out here saying, don't fuck with my blacks, don't fuck with my women, don't fuck with my gays, you heard me? I'll be that nigga taking them licks, because that's what an ally is. It's knowing when to shut up when you're in their circles and knowing when to speak out when you're in your circle.
Somebody said, I'm not sure if it was, I think it was Cheska Lee. She said, when it comes to allyship, what most white folks have a problem with, you are not Beyonce, you're Michelle. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to step in the back for a second and let them say what they need to say. You step in,
you can't be Kelly neither.
You can't be Kelly.
You're Michelle.
You're Michelle. I can't even fight that LL Dub.
Straight up.
I'm not fighting that.
Because someone be trying to be Kelly too.
That.
And I'm like, nah, son, like, I understand you're rising in your wokeness, but you can't ever be nothing but Michelle.
Michelle, you're doing too much.
The people that you're talking to are Lativia and Latoya, and you're Michelle. You feel me? So leave Kelly. I guess the Hispanic community might as well be Kelly, but like, you can't be. But like, yeah, son, it's like we often speak about, like, dog, there needs to be a change in culture, and you can't have a change in culture without having conversations.
Tough conversations. Yeah. Conversations where you're going to literally have to sit down, shut up, and listen to the other party instead of blocking them out and giving just one blanket term. Oh, I don't believe... Because I don't personally think that a lot of white folks are racist.
In the sense of hating us.
Yeah, there's
intentionally.
I'm not gonna drive to fucking Jefferson Parish. I may drive to Jefferson Parish and see a burning cross. But I'm not gonna. Everybody, you're not gonna have the Klan Patrol come up onto you. Yes, I brought that back. I do just want to say this. There is a insanely long review in that podcast where they go through Tales in the Hood too. But when the last time I spoke to him, the phrase, it's like, oh, I said, I watched Tales from the Hood too. It's like, oh, okay. And the next phrase after that was, you know I love you, right? But like I said, the large majority of white folks aren't racist, but a lot of them are myopic on things. So it's not a thing of, oh, every person is racist. Every person is ignorant. And you have to relearn things.
Every last one of us are indoctrinated.
Every one of us. Like I said, it took a very long time, especially sitting here and thinking about LGBT issues, thinking about trans issues, thinking about all of these other things.
And that was a hard one for me personally. More so than even the homosexual, the trans, are trying to get into and understanding and giving the humanity and the respect to the trans community. Because we get taught even more so to shit or to ignore or to,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, whatever towards them. And
Yeah.
I think I want to just add on to what you said about having tough conversations. The tough conversation is not only listening to them and such, but it's also self-evaluation and where you might be homophobic or racist or misogynistic, because we all gonna have some of those qualities and traits the moment that we decide to speak against anything in their world. You know what I mean? Or speak ill of anything in the oppressed of the other person's world. But go ahead, my dude.
Like I said, the red flag is always up for me, especially now because I'm in a production of Peter Pan, and of course, Peter Pan is filled with Indians, and just to see, and it's not just white folk; it's like all different colors of Indians. I'm keep on doing it with air quotes because y'all can't fucking see me.
Right.
But all different colors of Indians, and I'm like, oh God, this is driving me crazy. Okay.
I really cast this like this.
Okay. Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's also something that we have to sit there and deal with and look at. We are all children of the theater, I would say. And there are things in there that are problematic. South Pacific is really fucking problematic because they have all of these different people playing Asian characters. Fucking Mickey Rooney and Breakfast at Tiffany's is just... Well, no, that shit was awful.
I mean, the art will always reflect the life, like what's going on in reality. And
Peter Pan came out in the 50s, so
I
understand.
A toxic time will breed a toxic
it's gonna breed toxic fucking
art
material.
Yeah.
So the mindset is, this is problematic.
But we should do better in 2018, though, bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's part of the beauty of art is, even though if it could come out of a problematic time, but can always be picked up and reevaluated and reflipped, etc., or made right. If you had, like I said, they got shit that had blackface. You know, if you was to ever do any of that, if it was classic for whatever reason, you better not cast no fucking blackface now. Like, if you have white Indians, motherfucker, you surely know, even if you don't have a bunch of Native Americans that you can cast, you going for people of color. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't put white people there, the exact people who genocided they motherfucking asses. What in the world?
That is so, like, strange to me personally, how, like, in today's age, we are so much more informed. Like, we have so much more access to information, filtered and everything. Like, you can learn about these things. Like, you can learn the trap doors not to fall into with things like casting and things like that. But still, it just goes right over motherfuckers' heads. Still.
I mean,
like,
and we still don't care about race.
What is it?
And we still don't care about race.
Yeah, in the exact same fucking vein. Like, we still don't give a fuck about race.
Just to still try to connect it to whatever the last version of this was. But still, you have all the information here, yet you won't adhere to it because there's all these blocks. Because at the end of the day, nobody want to be wrong. Nobody want to be evil. And when you bring up shit like racism, most white people be like, I'm not evil.
Yeah, that's
when you bring up sexism, most niggas be like, oh, I don't hate bitches. Just like that.
Don't hate bitches.
When you bring up homophobia, first motherfuckers like, I'm not scared of gay people. I don't hate gay people. They can do what they want. I respect them to do whatever in their lifestyle. And it's like, dog, at a point you got to take in.
People still use lifestyle? The fuck?
That is so minimizing. Like, that is so dismissive of a
alternative
term.
life. I heard that shit in the 90s. Sorry. What the fuck?
People not getting it because, once again, I say school them young. But, like, at a point you gotta take, yes, we're all the bad guy. You hear me? Now, once you realize you're the bad guy, you're only bad then, because you can't be held accountable for what you've been conditioned in. Yeah. But once you know better and you don't do better, or when you keep fighting the better, like if all these people keep saying you're wrong, this is the way, you can't keep fighting the current. You gotta take your lick at some point, and through taking your lick is the growth. You hear me? True. I got a testimony. I can tell you for real. You hear me? I know the homophobic thoughts. I know the transphobic thoughts. I know the misogynistic views, nigga. We all been there, nigga.
All of us do.
Ain't nothing wrong with acknowledging it and trying to be better, dog. But you gotta take your lick.
I just picture, like, there's like 100 people and there's this dark forest with like howling wolves and, fucking monsters with red eyes and shit peeking out. And there's this beautiful beach with like blue fucking water and shit. And everybody at the beach is like, hey, dude, don't go in there. Like, come over here. Yeah. It's like, no, fuck that. The fuck. source is real.
And
Like,
goes
I
in and
have to
gets
go
eaten
in
alive.
there. Like, it's like, dude, come on, bro. Like,
But here go the other kick to add on to your metaphor, son. For whatever reason, they can't see that it's a bunch of people on a beach,
right.
telling them to come to the beautiful side. For whatever reason, they see ogres, and they're like, I don't want fucking ogres and the monsters.
You just got this.
You gotta take them glasses off, bruh.
Yeah, man.
Well, as soon as you take them glasses off, everything's better.
Shout
The
out to
information
fucking
is out
Black
here.
Mirror.
Never see. I feel like this.
You've never seen?
I keep
But
saying
you know
I've watched.
the episode I'm talking about, right?
Which one? Like,
That was
I like
the one
all
with
of
the dude
them.
from Roots.
Oh,
The new Kunta Kinte. That fucked
What
my head
episode?
up.
What episode? I watch it because that's the thing. When people say specific episodes, I watch. I've only
Oh,
seen
shit, I can't
one
remember.
episode of Black Mirror, and it was this beautiful episode with one of my actor crushes. How I always fuck up her name, Gugu Mbatha Raw, and it was her and that white chick.
Oh, they're from Undercovers.
Yeah, but you know what
That
episode
shit
I'm
was
talking about?
horrible.
When
Kinda, sorta.
and it was like they were really in like a computer, and the computer is where people would send, like when they die, that's where your soul could go, and you could choose whether your soul goes to the computer or if you just die regularly. You know what I'm saying?
maybe I did not see that one yet.
It was a beautiful episode. I forgot the name of it. But
cannot
that
remember
made me
the
a
episode.
fan from off one up, but I just never went back.
But the one thing that I was reminded of, is the dude who played New Kunta Kinte, 2016 Kunta Kinte. He was a part of this futuristic force where they're shooting down monsters and all of this. And the twist of it is they're not shooting down monsters, they're shooting down actual people. And when
I remember that was fucking god tier. That was a god tier episode.
like I said, and when he's actually shown it,
I'm
when he's
about to
realized
stop.
it.
Stop. What are you doing, Lawrence? You're sitting here spoiling Black Mirror. Please take the whatever metaphor concept, just say it to us straight. Because you don't spoil this, I might watch it. Stop.
I was fucked up for 2 days. I'll tell you that.
Say, bro, that was god
I was
tier.
fucked up for 2
Yeah,
days.
because I'm like sitting here trying to remember which episode was, but it
That's
was.
why you curled up in the ball on the floor. Just watch Black Mirror. Leave me alone.
I'm affected by Black Mirror.
Yeah, I need to hop back into it, especially with some of the films that we make. I need to be watching some shit like that.
Really though, yeah.
But yeah, dog. Like back to the change in the culture, dog. Because we watched Brett Kavanaugh. Dog, he's a complete rapist and kind of a perjurist. You know what I mean? Basically, is gonna be for life.
But he's white and conservative, so he was going to get pushed through anyway.
We seen people cape for Bill Cosby as if the motherfucker is God or gonna give them all special money. Would give Bill Cosby right before all this was a nigga shitting on our exact community. It's like we forget. So it's like, and it all comes down to like the different indoctrinations, you know what I mean? Black people, we so got it invested in our minds that, you know what I mean, the white man here gonna take us down. Any powerful black man, they gonna take him down. And when the rape comes up, it was probably a lie because all the white women used to lie on black men in the past that certain triggers are here for us to, that can be exploited in us that we're here to defend. You know what I mean? If you attack a black man, oh, we gonna ride for him because what y'all did. If y'all say that someone's accused of rape, oh no, not rape, because them white bitches be lying. And then we wound up ignoring all of the black victims, male and female, that exist in our exact community, that now you built this wall of protection for these rapists and don't understand that you got the victims, the ones who are in clean majority, out in the cold.
Just left out to dry.
And like I said, rape culture's bitch. Because not only, and this is where the intersectionality comes in now, not only are you shamed to be quiet, but you're also shamed to be quiet because this is a strong black person and we ain't got that many out here, so we got to be quiet to keep him strong and all of that. He does more harm than good. So you got your own race get played against you, and the fact that nobody believes folks anyway. There is a large majority of dudes, men who have been sexually assaulted, who have been molested, who have been raped, who don't say shit at all. Mm-hmm. If it's like 2% for women, it's like 0.1% for men. Because the second you find that out, Beep. Your masculinity is taken away from you. And most motherfuckers will kill for their masculinity. Let's be real here.
Yep.
And that's what makes it toxic.
And then then we look on the other side of the board at the Kavanaughs and the rape. A lot of men, like we saw in Indoctrination, a lot of men, there's certain things that we talk were normal. And all them white men that's riding for Kavanaugh, all them black men that's riding for Cosby, whoever's riding for the people that don't understand that they're riding for the rapists because their norms haven't been challenged.
Yeah,
so you understand that we have some rapey ass norms, guys. And because you did
especially
this,
especially if you watch a movie in the 80s.
Nigga.
Movies in the 80s are so rapey.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, son. And just because you may have done some of these things or thought some of these things were okay or normal, and that doesn't make you a rapist specifically, son, because you were taught fucked up. But you gotta recognize, you know what I mean, getting a chick, you sober as fuck and you trying to get a chick drunk to fuck is rapey. You know what I mean? You are like, there's things that, but we got taught in every fucking movie, that's what you're supposed to do as a guy. You get the chick drunk and then we get, no, son, they got certain things, but that's one of many. That's just one example. And I'm saying, son, like when we gotta take into account, let's listen. Like, you know what I mean? And take into account that, look, more than likely, this chick ain't lying. Even though we've been taught that it's 50-50, it's not. It's really not. It's really not, son.
Doesn't Miguel have a song called How Many Drinks Does It Take for You to Get With Me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's all norms. And the thing is, I think we talked about this in the previous episode, we all, male and female, uphold these same norms. And we think that they're the norm. They got women who believe I need to be drunk to have sex with him. And that's the way it goes. And the thing is, I ain't got nothing against drunk sex. You know what I mean? But it got to be drunk consensual sex.
Right.
That's you know what I mean? That's all
drunk
it is.
And consensual.
And you both got to already, when you were sober, already know that, okay, we can be fucking.
Yeah, we fucking.
Yeah, I mean, or you both are drunkly. And it's, as they say if you're both drunk, then it's still not consensual.
It's not.
But guess what? I'm sorry. I guess I'm gonna take that lick. If we both drunk, we both drunk. And
Right.
if sex happened, I guess I'm gonna be a caveman on that one. I'm not that evolved to taking that one in. But I just gotta say it on the podcast that's what they say as well. And I'm a victim of it too. We all are. It's the fact of self-awareness and what you about to say, Lawrence?
Well, no, self-awareness is a thing. Self-awareness is a real thing.
It's a thing that's being
aware of your damn
ignored.
self.
It's
Right.
been ignored, son. And we go back to and like one of the next things I had to talk about was like we talk about how like Bette Midler and just our society, because even us, like we're all taught to basically erase the black woman and the struggle of her. It just made me look at old girl who's serving time for voting. And
It's crazy.
and
That shit's
Crystal
still crazy.
Mason begins prison sentence in Texas for the crime of voting. Crystal Mason, the woman who became the poster child for voter suppression when she was sentenced to 5 years for casting a ballot in Texas, has gone into federal prison at the start of her ordeal. And she's like 43 years old and she's about to go into prison. And I'm thinking like, okay, so you ride for these Kavanaugh nigga to be a nigga like who's shown poor character to be judged for life. You won't ride with Bill Cosby, who's shown poor character, but just because he's black, he shouldn't be doing shit. You feel me? But the people that you probably should be putting that kind of energy into, riding for, the Crystal Masons, what's my girl name that had to really take that lick for that Waffle House, Chiquisa Clemens, who got fucked up at Waffle House and had to pay that ticket and serve like a day or two on camera. She got fucking for no reason. Like they got all kind of people who probably need to help. A nigga in Alaska got a pass for rape. This nigga said straight up that I did the raping, and the judge was like, well, you know what? I'll let you off. This is real shit happening out here in our country. Like, what the fuck? They got a rapist that almost got custody of his kids last year. He raped this girl. She got pregnant. He decided he wanted to be there as a father, and the judge granted him clemency at first before rescinding it. But the fact that they thought it was cool to do. You look at all these stories, man, and I'm like, son, where you want to put your energy at?
And you hear the stories, and the first thing you think is, well, fuck, why have a child as a product of rape? And perhaps I should, and like I said, perhaps I should terminate the pregnancy, but they won't even let you do that either. But
That's the thing.
when it comes to abortion, I'm a man and I haven't impregnated anybody. I don't think. So I personally don't think I have a say. But I know who doesn't have a say. 70-year-old white man in Washington.
My fucking thing is this, dog. Like, cases like this, like I said this before, I'm gonna say
Crystal
it again,
Mason?
dog. Yeah.
Okay.
It's absurd as fucking theater, son. Like, it's so cruel and fucking unusual. like there is something in me that just feels like there just has to be some fucking lawyer out there somewhere. Like, you know what? This is really dumb. Like, let's get this fucking lady out of federal prison for this shit. Like, why you got rapists admitting guilt and not getting a night in jail?
At all.
Like, it can't be that fucking out of fucking balance, can it, dog? Like, somebody has to be like, wait a minute,
but it is
like someone.
And my thing on top of all this is, hey, feminists, where you at?
Right.
Why
like,
you ain't riding for Crystal Mason? Why you ain't
Not
in the
one of
streets?
y'all?
Why you ain't in the streets for this black woman who is unfairly being imprisoned?
For casting a ballot.
Which y'all telling us we ain't doing enough of, and we got a president that's showing us what happens when you don't vote. And it's just tripping. Like, where are you? That's when they talk about intersectionality. When you have a black woman that needs your help, y'all mum. But if this was some white woman getting touched or grabbed by some celebrity, oh no!
Y'all be up in fucking arms. And she got 3 kids.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying, dog? She's in her fucking 40s, dog. Like, this is a completely non-violent. There were no victims. Like, it was a, dog, completely victimless crime, dog. And, like, dude, like, that's one of the most frustrating things, dog. Like I really wish a news article would pop up saying, you know, Crystal Mason, you know, she's getting a lawyer, boom, boom, like, we're not that fucking crazy.
But they don't do that shit because we watch Brock
Yeah,
Turner get 6 months for rape. We watch, like I said, we don't care.
Oh, no, not 6, 3.
3, I forgot. He only did like 2.5.
really.
No, he was booked 6. He did 3.
only did
and
3.
did like, really was closer to 2.5. I don't think he did the full 3-month mark.
He went to jail for a summer.
A summer,
He
basically.
went to jail for a summer and got out.
And these things are in our faces, dog. These things are in our faces. So when we look at you groups with your bullshit, we like, nigga, come on, son. There's better things. When I look at these people on Facebook, when I look at these people at my job, when I look at people, when I hear people talking, it's like, son, like, there's motherfuckers out here that really, really need us.
Really need help.
If you want to talk, they're like I said, I say that only 2%, and this is the stat, only 2% of victims are falsely accusing niggas of rape, right? But guess what? That's not to say that those 2% that are in jail don't need your help. How about if you want to ride for Bill Cosby, how about you do some research and find a motherfucker story who actually was wrongly accused. And we find out their names. I think I'm going to do that my goddamn self. I want to find out the names. I want to, because they got this spot on St. Bernard called Resurrection After Exoneration. And that's a spot that basically works to help get men out of jail. And to help men that's been exonerated get back acclimated to regular life and shit. And they also try to help people with their cases. And you know, motherfuckers stay getting falsely accused of all kind of shit, not just rape, motherfucker. They got all kind of, like, if you want to ride for falsely accused, nigga, let's ride for falsely accused. Don't just bring it up conveniently when you want to tell a woman to shut up about her assault.
Because recidivism is also a bitch.
What you say, my dude?
Recidivism is also a bitch.
Well, I don't know what that means, bro. Let me know.
Recidivism is just basically the fact that more people who get out of prison are more likely to go back in.
That's what they call it, recidivism.
Yeah,
okay.
Mainly because you get out, nobody trusts you because you're an ex-con. There's an initiative to, ban the box. Because if you ever did, we've done job applications before, there's always that box that says, have you been convicted of a crime? But like I said, there's a whole bunch of things. Once you get out of jail, you can't get financial aid, so you can't necessarily go back to school. You cannot vote. Florida is trying to actually change that.
And pause, let me ask you something. Like, realistically, y'all, why can't you vote?
Exactly.
When you get out of jail, are you so off now? You've been to jail and now you don't have a say in the country. Like, I don't understand that.
I think that just has something that is very old. Like, I think when they created that, like, I think that has something to do with just a very old mindset of, like, even when these niggas come back out of jail, once they've seen the system and how it truly works against them, even if they want to try to vote and change it, we're going to take that right away because you're an ex-con, so you're just going to lose rights. Like, they just cover it all up with just taking away certain rights. But, I mean, I just think that's just some archaic shit that they've been stuck in the pot.
And like I said, people are actively trying to change that because
And people are actively trying to stop black people from voting. And you also maybe think about how most of the jails are set up to have black people in them because all kind of already know the setup of America. When you tell me people you can't vote no more once you go to jail, I also can't eliminate the racial aspect of that
It's like a
shit.
very
Because we're
small piece
already
of a
the
very
minority,
big-
dog. Because
Yeah.
even if you had the same amount of white people in jail as black people, that still won't count the same because there's so many white people. But you take a percentage of our vote away as well as
Exactly.
that is a real lick.
Yeah,
True.
It's just all a fucking part of, you know, doing whatever they can to limit the rights of black people. They know most of the jail population is fucking black.
Because they set certain things
Right,
up
'cause
to
they
make
been
it that
set it
way.
up already.
It's so trippy that connection,
it's
dog.
like a real scientific method to it.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? To like keep minorities down.
Man.
We're gonna put all y'all in jail, and since y'all in jail, now y'all can't fucking vote neither. We're gonna stay in power way longer.
And I'm glad you said that. I was about to add that on. I'm glad you said that. More so than just keep us down, keep us without power.
Yep.
What you saying, Lawrence? I cut you off. My bad. I just had
no. Like I said, that is indoctrinated within the 13th Amendment, and it's something that needs to change, not be abolished.
amended, but he eventually said the right word. We're gonna get to Kanye in the daily dose. You know. Go ahead.
Sweet Jesus Almighty!
Go ahead.
Just curled up until I'm done. No,
We're gonna get into him in our daily dose. What you saying? What you saying? Arrogant observer.
But like I said, it's at the end of the day, people gotta learn. We have to all relearn because, like I said, a lot of shit that we learned as kids, we have to relearn.
Yeah. It's part of growing up, man. That's the true part. That's the true growth.
And like I said, a lot of things that if you've reached your age, you still have to relearn shit.
Mm-hmm.
Things in 2018 aren't the same as they were in 2006 or 1995 or 1987
While you're
or
living,
1976.
Straight up.
Like I said, I used to have folks who lived around the corner from me who very nice, sweet, old white people who just out of nowhere just said colored. And I'm like,
And it's just the vernacular.
and I'm like,
That was your
like
nigga
I said,
wake-up
they're
call.
not,
Your nigga wake up.
like I said,
Your nigga wake up call.
oh Lord, you gonna take me back to
Wake up, nigga.
Take me back to
I love it. I just watched that shit recently. Yeah, that nigga wake up call.
Nigga wake up call.
Oh yeah.
It's like, hey, if you're gonna do your TI, I'm gonna do mine. I gotta do it every now and again.
I'm sorry. If I decide, I've got to say this. If I decide to name the episode "The Nigger Wake Up Call," I'm going to have to call it the N-word makeup call because apparently Facebook got that out next because the last episode was called
Christ.
Nigger, so they got it me for hate speech.
Really?
Like,
I don't know that.
You hear me?
Wow.
That boy DC showed it to me because he tried to share it on his misbelief page, and it got back at him talking about hate speech. So I was like, oh, I gotta say the N-word.
So he took
here we go.
he took
We in
some
the mix.
time out from scaring the shit out of half the city.
Shouts out to DC Paul, asshole troller.
For scaring the shit out of half the city.
What'd you say, dude?
Like I said, once again, like I said, anytime I saw him, like, if he's really dead.
Not about DC. That's what you said before.
Well, no, I was good. I'm good. No. But,
My son said,
well, set me up for them gasoline draws now. Fuck it. Fuck it.
oh man, no, you were saying something now, dumb.
Oh, no, I completely lost my train of thought. Sometimes that happens.
So, but generally speaking, y'all, like when we talk about the change of culture, when we talk about self-awareness, when we see the evidence, like the evidence is in your face. If you're paying
Constantly.
any piece of attention, I'm not even gonna say if you wake up or be woke and shit, nigga, straight up. If you're just existing, some things are forced upon your attention. You heard me? So at a point, you gotta stop being irresponsible. You dig? To a degree, we are all like giving in and like we all playing a part in this whole this organism that is life. You dig? And your part is to realize your own fault so you don't pass it on. And when I say pass it on, whether it's to the children, whether it's to your friend, whether it's to whomever, because when group think is group thinking in the wrong direction, there's a bunch of other groups that's getting shitted on, that's not getting their fair shake. And we all can understand fairness and unfairness. That's one of the main things we hear the white people of today talk about towards us, about they don't feel like things are fair, and they're finally understanding that, oh, you think you know what oppression is. No, you don't. You feel me? But I'm glad you're starting to understand what being uncomfortable in your own country means, white people.
Right.
You feel me? And the same for straight people when we be going, man, the gays are taking over everything. No, gay people are just starting to get more of what we've already had. You know what I'm saying? If I flick through 20 TV shows, you're going to see more black people than gay people. I'm sorry. And that's even in 2018.
This is true.
So, like, come on. Once you start losing your privilege, you get uncomfortable, but take in that is the kind of discomfort that we need so the fuck shit that we've been talking about for the last hour doesn't continue, bruh.
And like I said, this is not a conversation that's new. In the 60s, in the 50s, in the 40s, we were all talking about this, but the problem is nobody was listening.
Well, now with social media, the advent of it, can't ignore.
This little motherfucker here, I'm holding up my phone. This little motherfucker here kind of forces you to listen.
You did.
Like, this is not a new revolution. We've been talking about this shit for years. I know, Lord knows I've been talking about this shit for years. But now you are kind of forced to hear us.
Yeah.
So what you just said, D, what's the Paul Mooney joint? Say it.
Yo, nigga, wake up call.
No. What you just said a second? You was like, wake up, nigga.
Oh, yeah. I forgot the rest of the joke, but he just started out like this. He was like, wake up, nigga.
And I'm going to just leave it there. Everybody, we all some niggas, and we all need to wake up.
We all need to fucking wake up.
And that was that ETOUFEE of the day.
Damn.
This is even days later, it's still the same.
True.
I like it. Yeah, I like it a lot.
So let's get into the daily dose of America.
We got to stop fighting. Your brother cannot be your enemy. We used to hang from trees, and now we're who they all want to be. But we're start proceeds. We're still living, trying to make the ends meet. Our bloods are kings and queens, not what they made us believe. The community, more of a dynasty. We are who we are, and there's no going back from here. Together we stand. Hold my hand, don't you have no fear. If you want it, we can get it. There is nothing we're missing. Alright, stop the madness. Stop the madness.
So I will be absolutely transparent with you guys.
Okay, be transparent. Let me see through you.
Do you?
Nasty.
But I purposely have been sharing everything dealing with Kanye's visit to the White House without reading anything, or without reading much, and without watching anything. I haven't watched anything because I said no. I want a live, account of this. I want to watch it because I'm hearing everyone's opinions, and there's only one real opinion that I will have on a moment based upon what I have heard, and it's my same issue with the pastors.
He needs to take his meds?
No, not just that. With the pastors, you feel me? Because some people on my wall have popped up and said, you know what? When you really listen to what he's saying, some of these things, when you get through all the bullshit, make sense. And I want to say this before I even watch any of it, dog. It's not about what he says that makes sense. It's about the damage that he's doing along the way to get there. You feel me? When you look at the pastors, my main issue with all the pastors coming to suck Donald Trump dick with nobody standing up and to tell the real, nobody having no balls, son. Kanye West has the type of influence that, like we saw this before, like how the white people now use him as their little puppet to be like, well, black people think this. Look at Kanye West. He's the type of influence that what he says matters, what he does matters. And when he's sucking the devil's dick, even with good intentions, you're still sucking the devil's dick. You feel me? Many people have more of an issue with you making Donald Trump your inspiration, saying he's a hero, him, Ralph Lauren, and fucking Walt Disney, 3 white men, by the way. You know what I mean? When with all these antics that you do to ingratiate yourself to whiteness, to be seen as a good nigga, that's the things that bother us, even if you're trying to help out Chicago, which Rhymefest said you left hanging because you had that one fucking charitable foundation down there, and you left fucking Rhymefest hanging to run the whole thing. So even still, when you talk all this shit and your good ideas and your good intentions. Your fucking past already show you didn't even hold down Chicago when you had a whole foundation there, and you have an album dropping, and it's kind of fucking weird that, every time an album dropping, then you have one of these negative outbursts. We're just saying, throwing credibility and context and all of that, it makes you a problematic figure and a problematic person in all of it. In all of it, you dig? And that's before we get into what you're saying.
Not just a foundation. The foundation's name had to be changed because of him. But the foundation's name is Donda's House. It's named after your own mom.
And you left that bitch hanging. So I'm saying, when people that decide they want to still defend, and the thing is, follow my fucking resume, son. I'm one of the biggest Kanye West fans, period. I was one of the biggest Kanye apologists, you dig? I still got love for Kanye because there is a mental health aspect in this shit, and he's still a black man. So a piece of me will still fucking defend Omarosa if it's her versus the white people, even if I'm fucking chastising her in our circle. You know what I mean? Who's ours is ours. You feel me? You could cancel Kanye all you want, and I will fully understand. But I'm gonna always have somewhat of a fucking compassion to a degree. Just him being a black man that was intrinsic in certain parts of my life growing up. I understand you defenders, but you defenders got to also take reality into the conversation. You know what I mean? You can't ignore that motherfucker. He a powerful black man sucking up on Donald Trump as if this nigga ain't racist, as if this nigga ain't sexist, as if this nigga ain't xenophobic, as if this nigga ain't all these things, and pushes all this shit. And there's a whole Klan patrol, as we say, riding for him. And you a black person wearing the Make America Great Again Confederate hoodie. You dig? You hear me? And you're doing these things. It's like, son, you're not even understanding who you're hurting in your actions to try to help somebody. So by the time you help anybody, we might be like, we don't want your dirty ass money. We don't want it from the devil, dog. They got many other respectable ways, and you're powerful enough to do that, in which you can have things change and have things be done. I feel like his wife doing it more smoother than him, because all the Kim Kardashian meetings be secret. We just hear she going and talk about prison reform. We don't see full-blown, like I said, fucking fellatios happening on freaking on a freaking news. But anything else to put in before I play this video?
Once again, I've said it so many times, I feel like I'm repeating. I don't have a problem with black people being conservatives. I personally believe that if conservatives weren't so goddamn racist, there would be so many more black Republicans out there.
Honestly, black people in general are moderates. If you really take in the Christian values and all kind of shit, you know what I mean? We used to be very conservative, but more so moderates. It's not like we have a liberalism is not the mainstay in the black community.
Not at all.
Liberals have racism too.
Right.
Yeah.
And homophobia.
This is true.
I was just going to say Kanye is behind the wheel right now. And he's driving to the right place. He's just like hitting dogs and kids.
Is he driving to the right place?
Dogs and kids, man.
In a way. Like, I just mean to say that in this fucking tirade, there were some things in there that he said that were true.
Right.
You know, like some things he was spot on about, but you're still like fucking just bashing your skull into the fucking walls, like trying to get to some kind of.
Because like you said, you rolled over kittens and dogs to get to that, to get to the food that you was planning on feeding the kittens and the dogs.
Dude, like,
we need more dog food. Let me run over all these dogs and get to that dog food over there in the middle.
And the kids. Did anybody forget about the kids? Well, this is somebody saying who at one point is on camera saying, "Fuck them kids."
Fuck them kids.
I'm not letting that go. I'm sorry.
Fuck them kids. And your United Nigger college fund, nigga.
Anyway, personally,
Tales from the Hood 2 now available on Netflix.
Streaming now.
Gird your loins before you watch it. Anyway, but I think it's not just his thing. I think he's in the middle of a manic episode.
A lot of people are saying that.
That's what I see.
A lot of people are saying that.
He's said that he's bipolar. He's
and
also
now he's trying to say he's not.
He's off his meds.
That's bipolar.
I know, and that's what people are saying. Oh, because I'm not an expert at all, but there's a lot of people that are healthcare professionals that are on my Facebook wall, and they was listing all kind of shit.
No, when you go from one extreme to the direct other, son,
they was docking them.
Bro.
They was docking them. I was like, dog. One person put up. I took a picture of it. Put up a list of symptoms of when you're having a manic episode, and I swear Kanye matched damn near like 8 out of 10, nigga.
Like I said, since I read Jennifer Lewis's The Mother of Black Hollywood, which is an interesting account.
Word.
And she is also bipolar. And she's like, that's a fight. That's a real fight. And she's like, mania will ruin your fucking life. And lo and behold. He's like,
Mania.
And manic episodes, you're out there. You're all over the fucking place. You are all over the fucking place. Which is going to be, if he's not taking his meds, it's going to be really hardcore when he actually
When he's
crashes.
way off the fucking wagon.
When he gets into that depressive state, it's going to be ugly. So, but I still stand by Pete Davidson's. Just because you have mental health issues doesn't give you a right to be a jackass.
Exactly.
You're
It's like,
still responsible for your actions.
Yeah, exactly.
You're having
Exactly. I want to acknowledge that, yes, we all feel like he is having a mental issue, definitely. But I'm not going to recuse you of the responsibility that you have with your influence and your power, and how irresponsible that you're being with it. You feel me? And more and more, it's the main thing I always love to say. Please educate yourself before you come out talking that shit.
Yes.
Because even,
Think about what
you know what I mean, there's so
saying.
many things that is like, Kanye just seems like a dog with a bone, dog. He'll find out one interesting thing, like, oh, that happened? And he start talking and talking without researching and seeing the layers and the nuance and the contextual things that, like, if Lawrence talks all the time about sexuality being fluid in the spectrum, I'm always going to talk about context and nuance. Context and nuance are very important in all things, and I feel like we're lacking it. You feel
Don't
me?
be weird, nigga.
Don't be weird, nigga. And Kanye keep being weird, nigga.
I'm gonna say one more thing about this shit, son.
Go ahead.
When I saw this video, I was blown very early in it.
So,
the instant Kanye said, because there are alternate universes. As soon as he said alternate universe, I said, okay, I already know where the fuck this shit is going.
Yeah.
Like, everybody around got so excited. They was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking good,
because
dog.
we can't
Like,
wait to exploit this nigga.
bro, we cannot wait to get this shit all on fucking camera. Like, I'm like,
Exploiting
Kanye,
the
dude.
word.
Son, and it was funny. Chance the Rapper on Joe Budden's podcast recently broke down Kanye in so many ways, because asking about it, because, you know, Chance is cool with Ye. And I don't remember all of his exact words. That's what I'm saying. Go check out the Joe Budden podcast. It's exclusive to Spotify right now. And he basically was saying, like, some things that Kanye does, he be looking at the world and his crazy. Now I won't call him crazy. Be looking at the world like 300 years. Like, he's really serious about wanting to be a fixture in history and remembered. So some of these things that he does is so he will be entangled purposely into the fixture of history and shit. Now, my nigga, that's fine and dandy, dog, but there's positive ways to do this. But even though in his mind, he thinks he's being positive. He thinks he's on the right course in his mania. And it's just frustrating, it's saddening, but it's also angering. Like, you know what I mean? That's why on whatever side that you fall on this, whether you like, fuck Kanye, whether you like, man, he needs help, give him a hug, whether you're like, damn, bro, wherever you land, I understand it. I really do. I just hope he gets whatever he needs, and he needs to stop riding against, son, it's just, and one woman said this on my wall too. She was like, dog, y'all act like niggas ain't out here like, that on some megalomania shit. Like, y'all keep on trying to get this man fucking excuses when really, dog, he out here cooning. He wants the love and the respect. He wants the acceptance of white people, and that's what he cares more about right now. Just call it what it is. You hear me? Stop giving this man excuses for his coonery, dog. It is what it is. Some people change. Niggas be changing over time, dog. He ain't the nigga. I'm now elaborating on what she's saying. These my words now, but I'm seeing her saying basically, he ain't the nigga he was. Stop trying to make him the nigga he was. See who he is. See what he doing until he get help. All we could do is judge from there.
I believe in that.
Let's press play on this shit. What you about to say? I saw you talking about.
I have a feeling that a smooth 10 years from now, he's going to just release a book talking about, I don't know what the fuck I did. And where the fuck I got to. Next thing you know, I had meetings with the president, and I was off my meds. And I have this feeling that this is going to be something that he, down the line, is going to regret. Because your persona now is of a Trump-sucking nutcase. That's not something to leave a legacy on. That's
Right.
it. And I mean, everybody
especially since he
wants
claims
to
he
live.
wants to influence and help Chicago black kids, nigga, none of them gonna respect you. Keep going, my dude.
None of them do.
Not with that hat on, no.
He usually calls it his Superman cape, and I say this not just of black people, but I say it of conservatives and liberals too. If you see a problem in your modern conservative movement, and you see these far-right motherfuckers talking about being blatantly racist, blatantly homophobic, and you are not that way, you should be the first one to say, yo, this is not cool. Try to bring them to your side. Not sit there and say, oh, well, what you gonna do? You're the fucking lie. You can't say, oh, well, what you gonna do? Right. Because you sitting there and letting them do that and letting them spread lies and all of this shit only exacerbates that. Yeah, man. So essentially,
passivity is the road to captivity.
Yeah, your passivity is basically, oh shit, what am I trying to say? Your passivity is basically an endorsement of their bullshit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just come on now.
Silence is fucking consent. Fuck.
Passivity is the road to captivity. Let's press play on this shit. I think, and I apologize to Lawrence. I think we hit him with this secondhand smoke. So I watched him seemingly get higher with us here. He got one blood.
No idea what you are talking about, sir.
Lawrence ain't no rookie. I'll chill.
This is also true.
I'll give him his license.
All right, yes, Neil.
Here we go.
She was very unfairly treated, and there are many other people like that.
It's so uncomfortable. Like he's closed off.
It's a prisoner that was focused on. He has 6 life sentences, and they have him next to the Unabomber doing 23 and 1.
What did he do, Larry? What happened? What did he do?
Why is he in?
Yes, tell us this.
Allegedly, it's for conspiracy from prison, from state prison. That's alleged. But we do believe, even if he did commit those crimes, the sentence was overly broad into...
what was the sentence?
6 consecutive life sentences in the most secure prison in the world, also known as a clean version of hell.
Can I skip any of this?
Basically,
yeah.
What else skip to?
I
don't know.
All energy going on. It's beautiful, though.
A little bit back.
But there's times
right
where...
here? No, back.
So I didn't have a lot in the 80s and the 90s ops. That if you're black, you have to be Democrat. I've had conversations, getting on stage and being an entertainer and having a monolithic voice that's forced to be a specific party. People expect that if you're black, you have to be Democrat. I've had conversations that basically said that welfare is the reason why a lot of black people end up being Democrat. They say, first of all, it's a limit to amount of jobs. So the fathers lose the jobs, and they say, we'll give you more money for having more kids in your home. And then we got rid of the mental health institutes in the 80s and the 90s, and the prison rates just shot up. And now you have Chirac, what people call Chirac, which is actually, our murder rate is going down by 20% every year. I just talked to the superintendent, met with Michael Sachs, that's Rom's right-hand man.
Okay,
so,
see, that's not inaccurate, one. And 2...
What's this? That's inaccurate, what he just said?
Well, no, that's not inaccurate, and he's on the right track. There's just like 17 puppies in the front of that track, and I don't know what the fuck to do.
I need him to rectify with why most black people are Democrats. And I don't think he's asking himself that question. And really, dog, you're right on the level of most black people are, once again, conditioned, indoctrinated, we won't call it to be Democrats, but it's more so to not be Republicans. We don't get really taught any of the other options. We just know that most Republicans are for the rich.
Yeah.
And they really look out for the rich. And when you ride with the Republican, dog, most people in the middle class, the lower class, especially the lower class, wind up getting fucked by the tax breaks, all kind of shit that they do that they stand for, as well as this set conservatism is another reason why a lot of folk, especially like newer generation black folk, the new generation of black kids, us and such, you know what I'm saying, when y'all go on that, abortion is wrong, and we like there's levels to it, and y'all can't see levels or layers. When we talk about homosexuals, and y'all can't see levels or layers of their humanity. There's too many things intrinsic within the Republican Party that people will see and be like, I can't ride with that regime, whether they become Democrat or not. It's not just about being on welfare. You hear me? Welfare is not determining the entire black population's
And
devotion
more
to
white people
Democrats.
are on welfare anyway.
More of them are on welfare, and not all of them are Democrats.
This is true.
So come
A
on, man.
lot of them. I don't know where this was from, but there was this video. I think it was Vice. It's always Vice when it's like 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm still awake and possibly drunk. It's mostly always Vice. But most times when it comes to that, most of them vote Republican. Most of them are poor. Most of them are white. Most of them have food stamps. And I'm like,
and it's the same flip, but he's not talking about them. You know what I mean? It's like there's this meme that went up like, you don't never hear them conservatives ride against Kanye the way they ride on LeBron when he talk politics and tell him stick to basketball. When Kaepernick talk politics and tell him stick to football. Kanye has said lies. LeBron and Cap say truths. Kanye be inaccurate and they don't say shit.
a lot of it is inaccurate.
Yeah, but you know, let's keep playing.
It's the bravery that helps you beat this game called life. You know, they tried to scare me to not wear this hat. My own.
Oh damn! I didn't want. I mean to cut right there, but I just want to say this, and that's the thing that pisses me off about him now with this new, because he got a fitted hat now off the Make America Great. He made himself because he put positivity in it. But if they didn't tell motherfucker, if they didn't tell him not to wear it, then he wouldn't be wearing it, and he'll be on a different kick. That's so childish.
And,
and
very few people are telling him to wear it. Like I said in our show,
he's being rebellious.
He's like, oh, I'm being bullied. He's like, he wore it, like, from what the cast is saying, he wore it the whole week. Nobody told him to take it off.
Right.
So, I mean, where the fuck are you getting that?
It's more like, if anything, maybe somebody may have been like, don't make the political statement on the show, on air.
And that's what, I can understand that. I mean...
know? But it's off of that now he's in Donald Trump's presence talking about, I'm gonna never take it off. It's like, damn son, okay,
you're going real hard.
So if it was the hoodie for the KKK, you do the same? That's a question mark. If nigga made a full blown hoodie KKK fit and put Make America Great Again on it, or put Black Lives Matter, or I don't know what the fuck they could, would you wear that hoodie?
Keep in mind, this is also a man that added Confederate flags to his clothes, so yes.
Yes, he would.
It's habilitation, not rehabilitation, because we didn't have the abilities in the first place. We never had anyone that taught us. We didn't teach us. Exactly. We didn't have no one that taught us, right? So it's more important than any specific deal, anything, that we bring jobs into America, and that we provide a transition with mental health and the American education curriculum that Jim has worked on. Larry Hoover also has.
He's speaking truth at the moment, guys.
This is true.
Not disagreeing right here, guys.
A curriculum that he's worked on. We have Montessori curriculums that we worked on. WeWorks has a beautiful curriculum. The Waldorf establishment has a curriculum. We have meditation. There's a lot of things affecting our mental health that makes us do crazy things, that puts us back into that trap door called the 13th Amendment. I did say abolish with the hat on, because why would you keep something around that's a trap door? If you build in the floor, the Constitution is the base of our industry, right? Of our country, of our company. Would you build a trap door that if you mess up and you accidentally, something happens, you fall and you end up next to the Unabomber? You got to remove all that trap door out of the relationship.
Okay, let me pause him right here. See, this is the thing. We talked about this before. Facts over addiction. He's a really passionate speaker.
I knew you was gonna fucking say
Come on, son. You will not fool me. You feel me?
This is passion.
You're trying to cover up the fact that you fucked up and said the wrong word, because even your trapdoor metaphor, the point of an amendment is to do exactly that.
To amend.
When you said abolish, that means you mean blow a hole in the foundation.
Get rid of it.
Instead of fixing the foundation.
Not the same.
You hear me? You want to get rid of the whole thing, which has the whole amendment, which has positive things in it as well. And that's the part that is now within your
abolishment of slavery.
You dig?
You fucking moron.
You dig? You dig? So I'm saying, Kanye, still, I understand your heart here. I'm not calling you an evil person. I understand your heart here, but you will
calling you
not
a
trick me
goofball.
with your words.
No. Nor your diction or
to cover your ass to say something crazy. But you're completely right about mental health right now, and you're completely right about, I'm imagining what you're going to about current prison slavery. Yeah, that you and your wife, I will give you props there. The fact that you're putting your influence and your attention to prison reform, I will. Yeah. You feel me? I will applaud that all the way. You hear me? But that's, once again, I will stand by my analogy, dog. Nino Brown gave turkeys to the community, dog. Just because you're doing some good does not negate the fuck-uppery that you're doing as well, son. I don't need you to be perfect, dog. I just need you to be on the right side of history if you're just trying to be in history. Right. Before niggas make you that.
The 4 gentlemen that wrote the 13th Amendment, and I think the way the universe works, it's perfect. We don't have 13 floors, do we? You know, so the four gentlemen that wrote the 13th Amendment didn't look like the people they were amending.
Like,
also, at that point, it was illegal for blacks to read or African Americans to read, and so that meant if you actually read the amendment, you get locked up and turned to a slave. Again, so what I think is we don't need.
You did not make a point.
You so didn't.
You didn't make a point. He didn't make a point just now. It went nowhere. Wow. Okay, back to you.
I keep forgetting that you haven't seen this.
I'm not seeing it. I purposely want to see this live.
It's almost as like you can be passionate about something and say absolutely nothing. Look, I'll show you. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. God damn it! I said absolutely nothing just now, but it sounded good, didn't it?
Damn good. I'm hungry as fuck now.
See? Exactly.
See, I did not say a fucking thing.
But everything you said, I want now.
See? I proved my point.
God damn.
Press and play, man. This nigga dumb.
Partners. We need to talk to people. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I was connected with a neuropsychologist that works with the athletes in the NBA and the NFL. And he looked at my brain. It's equal on 3 parts. I'm going to go ahead, drop some bombs for you. 98 percentile IQ test. I had a 75 percentile of all human beings, but it was counting 8 numbers backwards after his repeating. So I'm going to work on that one. The other one's 98%. Tesla, Freud. You know, so he said that I actually wasn't bipolar. I had sleep deprivation, which could cause dementia 10 to 20 years from now, where I wouldn't even.
I was diagnosed bipolar by the neurophysicist that does it for the NBA and the NFL. But then he said I wasn't bipolar. I just wasn't getting enough sleep.
Those are 2 different issues.
And it's causing dementia.
Sleep deprivation does cause dementia. I understand that. But bipolar disorder is a clear chemical imbalance in the brain.
Yeah.
You cannot fake something like that. You can stay up for 6 days.
Manic episode. During a period of mood disturbance and increased energy or activity, 3 or more of the following symptoms are present to a significant degree and represent a noticeable change from usual behavior. 1. Inflated self-esteem or grandiosity. 2. Decreased need for sleep. Feels rested after only 3 hours. 3. More talkative than usual or pressure to keep talking. 4. Flight of ideas or subjective experience that thoughts are racing. 5. Distractibility. Attention too easily drawn to unimportant or irrelevant external stimuli as reported or observed. 6. Increase in goal-directed activity, either socially at work or school or sexually, or psychomotor agitation, purposely non-goal-oriented activity. 7. Excessive involvement in activities that have a high potential for painful consequences. Manic episodes, a distinct period of abnormally and persistently elevated, expansive, or irritable mood and abnormally and persistently increased activity or energy, lasting at least 1 week and present most of the day, nearly every day, or any duration if hospitalized if necessary. Now, he brings up sleep deprivation and says he's not bipolar after going on record that him and Kim both have said he's bipolar. Now, nigga, Nigga, that is textbook mania.
It's mania. It is
straight
pure
from the book.
unadulterated mania, son.
He brought up a symptom of mania to disprove his fucking diagnosis. Whoa. Pressing play again.
Remember my son's name. So all this power that I got, and I'm taking my son to the Sox game and all that, I wouldn't be able to remember his name from a misdiagnosis. And what we need is, we can empower the farmers.
Or also, claiming that you don't have it is also happens in mania.
And
denying it.
Yeah.
Why understand that psychology is not a perfect science. Misdiagnosis and misdiagnosis of medications is something that does happen. Sometimes you got to keep on getting diagnosed to get it right.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're having a manic episode.
You just said I got the best doctor to check me, and he said I was bipolar. And then I went to another great doctor as well, and he said, "Oh, you might not be bipolar. You just be not getting enough sleep.
Just go to bed at 8.
Present play.
Pharmaceuticals and make more money. That's one thing. I've never stepped into a situation where I didn't make people more money. So we can empower pharmaceuticals, we can empower our industries, we can empower our factories, we can bring not only Adidas on shore, we can bring Foxconn to set up a factory in, I think, Minnesota, 53,000.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wisconsin. They got 4,000 jobs, people making $53,000 a year. And one of the things we got to set is Ford to have the highest design, the dopest cars, the most amazing. I don't really say dope, I don't say negative words and try to flip them. We just say positive, lovely, divine, universal words.
Pause.
How do you let Donald Trump fact check you right quick? He's actually Wisconsin.
Oh God. Okay.
And he was saying that very passionately.
I've never
and it
seen
sounded
somebody
right.
suck their own dick without actually taking a couple of ribs out first.
I don't mind his dick sucks. Like over the top, egotistical. I expect it from him.
Flexibility.
Honestly, when Kanye be on that kick, I'll be like, Kanye talking shit. That part of him doesn't bother me. I understand when it bothers others, but that part of me, I can wade through his ego, the thickness of it. But two things just kind of like stood out just now. One, his overall concept of wanting America to be more powerful, wanting more power and more money that we're throwing outwards to be used positively inwards is a concept that I can get behind. You know what I mean? That's what he's trying to convey to a degree of, let's diagnose people right. Let's put more money into this. He, like, once again, he feels like his heart is in the right place. Let's get people more jobs. Let's, you know what I mean? I understand what you're trying to say. I understand that concept. And
Here come the puppies.
But then you go off the concept a bit. But before I even get to that, fuck that. He blew me just now when he tried to deny his blackness in a not subtle way that may have been subtle to some. When he said, I don't use the word dope after using the word dope. And he said, we don't use negative words to flip them into positive. We use pure universal. He might as well just have said white words and language. The fact that dope came out your mouth means that you do use it. And on top of that, but one of the key foundations.
Fam for years.
One of the key foundations in black culture is the flippage of those negative words, because mostly all we were fed was negativity, dog. So how we make gumbo, how we make stew, how we do what we do. You feel me? You cannot deny that. And to me, that was a clear admonishment or embarrassment of his own blackness within all of this.
Yeah. That is very trippy, son, because he did say the word dope. He said it. It came out as a matter of fact. And he instantly was like, oh, wait, white people, check. I don't say these types of things, actually, though, you know.
Dude, I don't like that. That got me right quick.
That was really
code switching. And I'll say code switching is a thing, but not as blatant as you just did.
Right. So don't be blatant with it, you know, like it's supposed to be already code switched right now.
Especially if you I'm the free thinker. I am who I am. You gonna accept me for me. I'm gonna be me. And so, okay, my nigga, well then be you, nigga. If you say dope, you say dope. You out here saying the craziest of motherfucking shit. And you can't accept that you say dope in front of white people?
That was what you had to change?
Your blackness is what you had to change.
What you had to change.
Because the thing is, he talked about black things earlier, but you still was speaking of it in a manner of hypotheticals, as if, you know what I mean, it's trippy.
Being detached.
Yes, dog, and then you do that, and it's like, and people wonder why people get so mad at Kanye, because it's like, my dude, son, you ain't got to abandon us to grow or progress or to create whatever utopian thing in your brain you want to create. You do not have to abandon us to do that. You don't have to hurt us to do that. And you need to recognize your actual power here, dog. You have a responsibility to be factual. Even if you don't agree, son. Look, you don't even talk to us for real. You did that interview with freaking Charlemagne, and you humanized yourself, then disappeared again, and where we see you at right now, sucking some Trump dick. And it's like, my dude, son.
And at the end of it, you will take your black ass back to Calabasas with your white wife. Yeah, I had to put the H on it.
Yes,
with your white wife and be detached again. And that's...
Save him, Chance. Chance, save him. You say he coming to Chicago to record with you. Save him, Chance. Chicago, save this man.
Chance can't save him.
Nigga asked Chance, so do you fuck with that shit? He be saying Chance said no. Everybody in his circle be saying no, because somebody asked Pusha T that. Pusha T said nah, bro. I be trying to tell him. Somebody asked John Legend. John Legend said, bro, that he leaked my text, bro. See me. I be trying to tell him. It's like, son, because like recently a friend of mine said, man, it's the people around him that's not being real with him. I'm like, son. Everybody around him being real with him. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck, dog.
I think I got dragon energy.
Oh, you can't stop. Okay, fine.
Would you say that, Dub?
Whatever, bitch. Just fine. It's like, oh, you can't stop this. It's almost like my doctor. My doctor is super fucking conservative, and he likes to talk while there's doctor's appointments. So it's just like, you still have to treat me. So I'm just gonna go, okay. There's no saving your ass. There's no saving your ass. We've tried to tell you what's wrong. You don't want to listen to us. What the fuck else we gotta do? Your responsibility is you.
Right.
We can only go so far with your ass.
It's like the older I get, the less need for a code switch I have. You know what I'm saying? Aside from like, it feels like professionalism, because I know, you know what I mean, and I still be kind of niggery, but like, you know what I'm saying, like, I think I hit a wall one day, like, fuck it, you dig? You can even see this on my Facebook posts. At one point, I refused to curse on Facebook. I refused to say nigga on nigga. Fuck. I talk like I write like I talk now, son. You in the same sentence that you might see me saying nigga dream, fuck all this. I might say something like nigga, I don't know, extrapolation or some crazy shit. Nigga, we are just because you educated. I mean, just because you curse on me, you're not educated. And I just can't help but be me, dog. And like for some people, being you is that conservative person. Then be you, fine. Because I don't want your conservative ass to get around me and try to be more down or be more black or what have you.
That would be very
That would piss me off. Be you. But be you, though, dog. And if you can't be you, I'm not going to judge that. But don't champion motherfuckers being them if you're not going to be you. Mm-hmm. You hear me? That's all. But, hey, Kanye, what's up, man? What else you saying, dog?
So, the flyest, freshest, most amazing car. And what we want to start with is, I brought a gift with me right here.
0000 is his code. His phone.
This right here is
Who the hell wants to go to Kanye's phone, though?
It's a hydrogen-powered airplane, and this is what our president should be flying in. Look at this shirt.
No, fuck the president. Yeah, we go with the dick suck.
Like, why
I was with him.
Sucking this man's dick?
I was with him. Oh, hydrogen-powered planes. That would help everyone, wouldn't it?
This is what you should be riding, sir.
This is massa.
Oh my god, sir! I found the bestest plane. I found the bestest plane for you to ride in. It's got solid gold toilets, silk seats.
I wasn't ready for that.
They got a personal chef for you. That's the fuck I heard. No, that shit is so irritating.
That blew me.
Fucking
I wasn't
hell,
ready for that.
man.
I wasn't ready for that. And yes, hydrogen-powered planes would be helping to everybody. You know why? And speaking as a man who works at a commercial airline, you know why our fucking tickets are so high? Because gas is higher than a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Gas is higher than a motherfucker. Even when it ain't high, it's high. Mm-hmm. Spirit takes your soul.
Boy, Spirit takes your soul.
Spirit takes your soul in order to power any planes. A hydrogen-powered plane would make fucking. I mean, most transportation is because of high-ass gas prices.
Right.
So, hydrogen-powered planes, you can ride the fucking plane like a goddamn bus. You You can ride the plane like a bus.
So once
That would be
again,
fucking
Kanye, you
astounding.
got the science, son. I'm not gonna take away when you saying the real, but then
But you're massaging the devil's cock with it.
you dig?
Like
Why
come
Shiatsu.
on.
Why didn't why you,
Bullshit.
there are very powerful one white allies that aren't racist and sexist, and two black people that you can bring this type of shit to, son.
Like, why you not talking to Akon about this fucking shit, dude?
True.
Like, come
Akon's
on.
building Wakanda right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Because he said he ain't fuck with Barack because Barack didn't hold up some promise to him or some shit, so he ain't fuck with Barack. And that's their relationship. I don't know if that's true or false. I can't speak on
It is
shit.
what it is.
The nigga who left Donda's house hanging, that's funny for him to say. But my dude, dog, like, even if you came to talk to Trump, you ain't got to suck his dick. That's the thing too, son. My thing is, like, I often bring this up, dog. Like the civil rights leaders, like Martin Luther King and them, they used to talk to their enemies. They used to talk to the other side, but they didn't give their other side photo ops to be able to use and be like, we're friends. Look, I'm cool with a nigga. You feel me? You could have these same conversations, not in public with Donald Trump, when you're talking about that. Or if you have a platform where you could say this same shit straight the fuck up to the world and be like, yo, Trump, you listening? Easy. But you ain't got to go there and, like you said, massage that there. You ain't gotta do that, dog. And that's the shit that's troubling. Us seeing a modern day coon in front of us when we want to look at you as a hero. You got some heroic quick characteristics, but you got a lot of fuck shit delved into your ass too.
I was
nigga.
gonna say, like, he's got a lot of hero potential.
Potential,
Like,
that's what I mean to say.
You could do some serious work, like culture shift type shit, but you're squandering it.
By going, like we always say, long way, wrong way, dog.
Yeah.
Long way, wrong way, son. If you was, it's like, dog. I'm pressing
you're
play,
talking
dog.
about-
It's so frustrating.
We're on the sixth dead puppy at this point.
Man, dog, that's the
real.
most frustrating part. If he was all evil, it'd be one thing. If he was all wrong, it'd be one thing. If he was all stupid, it'd be one thing. But in the midst of his mania, you have points that could be used, but you don't even know what you're doing with them. It's like the most powerful magician in the world that don't know how to summon his spells right, or only know how to kill people with them.
So get rid of that.
They think it's hilarious.
No, you don't like that.
Well, we're gonna have Apple, an American company, work on this plane with. But you know what I don't?
They did not take him seriously.
At all. They did not take that
They
seriously.
laughed at that shit, said, "Oh, cute," when really that's real shit. But they did not take him seriously because they also think your ass is crazy and you a puppet and you want me to see they're using you as a puppet. That's why there's so many photographers. That's why they're
Right.
doing all this, and that's why Donald Trump is keeping the type of composure that he's keeping. Usually Donald Trump can't shut his fucking mouth.
This is true.
He laid up there letting you be a
They just
puppet.
let you be a fucking goofball.
A goon for him right quick, son. And that's the problems, dog. That's part of the problems of this presentation, man.
like about, it's not that I don't like, what I need Saturday Night Live to improve on, or what I need the liberals to improve on is, if he don't
like,
look
what is this
good,
rapper
we
talking
don't
about?
look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest planes,
Take
the
me,
best
Jesus.
factories, and we have to make our core be in power. We have to bring jobs into America because our best export is entertainment and ideas. But when we make everything in China and not in America, then we're cheating on our country. And we're putting...
That nigga went from... Our president has to be the flyest and the freshest, and we have to bring these jobs back.
This don't go together at all. And I'm gonna throw this on top of the whole situation, son. Kanye, our president currently doesn't look good because he sucks. Like,
This is true.
You like the people we currently look bad because he sucks.
Harder than Monica Lewinsky in 1997.
This is not what's the one when mother dictatorship. This is not a king's ruling. You know what I mean? Right now, like no matter how fly, how fresh this nigga plane is, no matter how fresh his suits are, when he opens his mouth, he sucks. He's miscast. He shouldn't be in the chair. So you cannot expect the American people to respect somebody that gives them nothing to respect. Like, there's so many things you're missing here. And yes, you're right. We do need more jobs. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like, this is just treading like a...
putting people in positions to have to do illegal things to end up in the cheapest factory ever, the prison system.
Drops Mike.
It
Boy,
didn't
fuck
connect.
out.
But you are correct. Because he said... we need to take our jobs from China and bring them to America so then Americans won't go to jail so they'll be doing slavery. Son, that's not how you don't cure crime by adding more jobs. That's not how crime is cured. You can help people in general by providing jobs for them. That's an awesome, amazing idea. We should be doing more things within our country to provide jobs and to make ourselves powerful. You're right. But you're everywhere. You're everywhere in the midst of trying to, look good for the whites.
That was pretty impressive, folks.
He cracked the joke. He's cracking jokes on you. When he
cracking
speaks,
on you.
he's cracking on you.
I hate to say this, Jim. Do you want to say something?
Oh, God, he really cracking on them.
Like we have one word.
Please,
Oh, God, you
He
don't
doesn't look
see
good. We don't look good.
Is that Jim
That's
Brown?
Jim Brown. He got both his coons lined up.
Makes a lot of sense.
Makes a lot of sense. They
don't know what to
you.
say.
I've never seen Jim Brown impressed before.
Oh, God, he's patronizing you.
It's amazing, huh?
He's patronizing you in your face.
I want to tell you, it's great to have you guys with us. And we're going to go in, we're going to have some lunch.
Was that the end?
That was quite something.
Oh, please.
That was quite something. This is good.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Like, no opinion on nothing you said.
You had said of President Bush that he doesn't care about black people, and you've heard some people say that about this president. How do you respond to that?
Oh, please.
I think we need to care about
all
people. And I believe that when I went on to NBC, I was very emotional, and I was programmed to think from a victimized mentality, a welfare mentality. I think that with blacks and African Americans, we really get caught up in the idea of racism over the idea of industry. We say if people don't have land, they settle for brands. We want Polo Sport and Obama again. We want a brand more than we want land because we.
He says after he said we have the freshest and flyest president. Now he's talking about okay. What y'all saying right now? Go ahead. Go.
Oh God.
My God. Okay, Kanye. All right.
Jesus, man, Joseph.
Son, and it's something so poignant I see from. We don't see his face in this shot. We just see him wearing this red MAGA hat. He's sitting laying back. You know what I mean? That in history, this image can be broken down in a myriad of ways, dog. It's trippy to watch him sit up here, nod his head, have his legs crossed like he's talking like a big dog, talking about to that any blacks basically that believe that racism is a thing or is an issue are having a welfare state of mind and a victimized mindhood, and we're programmed to only be victims as if we want this. We don't want these things that we detect. Even if you look at LeBron James, who is at the top of his industry, has no reason to even worry about it. You would think he had nigger spray painted on one of his houses. So what are you calling a victimized state of mind and being, Kanye, when we can't ignore, we can't dodge the racism? If more of these cops went to jail after killing us, we might feel better about cops. If more of these laws weren't set up to, I don't know, say we can't have dreads that come out of our heads naturally. Say of your name Lucretia, you can't get that college position. Say that you look on the stats are there, dog. We get paid significantly less. There are things intrinsic into this country that are racist. And you're saying to acknowledge them is welfare state of mind, victimized thinking, dog? Are you forgetting that not only what you were emotional about, you were emotional because we from New Orleans, bitch. George Bush forgot about us. Clearly. That's why you said that. Mm-hmm. Now you're trying to rescind that. I feel like from New Orleans, fuck you, dog. Like for real. You said it, dog. Fuck the rest of the country, son. Being from New Orleans, dog. When you said that shit as a black man, dog, like fuck everybody, dog. Man, that nigga don't care about niggas because look what he doing to the people. You heard me? That shit touched us, son. For you to sit back here with your man, nigga, I ain't fuck Kanye, son. That's the moment that I don't fuck with him, dog. That moment. That's the one, dog. I mean, right, dog. That's the one. Fuck him, son. Fuck him, son. Son, you rescinded some real shit. That's even really if you felt that way in the moment, son, you let that be in that moment, son. You chose to jump in on that landmine and fucking throw us under the fucking nigga. Fuck you, dog. Like that just killed me. Man, y'all can talk, son. That just killed me, son. Yeah. That just blew me. Sorry. That blew me, dog. Ooh.
And like I said, I have, I guess, the privilege to see two different aspects happen. Shortly after, y'all know I left and lived in LA, but as everybody knows, the first thing that popped up when not too long ago was those wildfires. Like 85% of Los Angeles was on fire, and people were on that and all over that. Where we are sitting, literally right here, right now, 12, 13, 14 years ago, was literally fucking underwater. Literally underwater. So many people's lives were destroyed. I personally left my own house with 3 days worth of clothes and didn't come back until 2007.
Yeah.
So, hearing that, actually, we didn't even hear that because we were on the West Coast and they delayed it. So we never actually saw it. That's where shit was like just starting to become viral. But just hearing that, I was like, yeah, you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. You let people drown for 5 fucking days. And to hear you say that's a victim mentality, it's like, no, it's the truth. Every morning, all 3 of us wake up as black men. And we're consistently reminded that we are black men. The second we walk out the door, there's no getting around that. There's actually none. So it's not a victim mentality. We're just literally seeing.
It's reactionary.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times, dog, you shouldn't hate white people if you black. But when I still understand where that hurt comes from when you find black people that hate white people, because the reaction to the country and the stimuli provided by whiteness, not specifically the person, but the concept of whiteness, man.
Hello.
Oh my God, I'm getting a headache. Kanye just killed me. We got anything to say on this, D, before I
No, dog. Everything pretty much that we just fucking talked about, dog. This shit is completely fucking bananas, dog. Like, this part really got past me, or maybe I just didn't get this far because the video I saw was only like maybe 8 minutes and something. We're in the 10, almost 11-minute mark. I didn't know that he rescinded what he said about George Bush and this shit. Like, that is like over the top, son.
Because you rescinded it in the time. Because a lot of black people going through Trump and Michelle's odd relationship with George Bush and such of that nature.
Odd as hell.
Yeah. Have in a way forgiven George Bush for some of these transgressions that he was on and shit, or, you know what I mean, have accepted that he might have evolved from that place, maybe he's grown from that place, he's even apologized and such and such. So there's steps and context and all that, like I always say, that's gotten black people to not necessarily, and sometimes some of that shit just hype, some of that shit just clout chasing because they love Michelle. Don't forget that part. But you know what I mean, the George Bush hate is not at the all-time high, well, pre-Brett Kavanaugh, because then apparently he was with Brett, but before that was, you know, we wasn't on the level as a whole of fuck him as much. But what he did, he went back in time. So I can't say fuck this George Bush as much as I can say fuck that George Bush. But you try to take your fuck that George Bush away when he deserved it. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Press and play, man.
We haven't known how it feels to actually have our own land and have ownership of our own blocks. So when you don't have ownership, then it's all about how something looks. It's about the patina. It's not about the soil. It's not about the core. So we focus more on this.
Donald Trump is not paying attention to him
at all.
He just looked off about 5 times at everything else that's going on.
Oh no, Turkey in the Straw is playing in that man's mind right now.
So like wearing something that someone disrespect me, so I gotta shoot him, or the idea of someone being racist. You know, we talk about police murders, which we definitely have to discuss, and we have to bring nobility to the police officers and make them, because police officers are just like us. But there's this whole hate building, right? And that's a major thing about racial tension. And we also, as black people, we have to take a responsibility for what we're doing. We kill each other more than police officers. And that's
God in heaven, he went to the black on black crime.
Oh no.
He did black on black crime.
Oh,
he did All Lives Matter. And he did Blue Lives Matter in one sitting.
Oh no.
Is this video over yet?
Son.
Wow. I'm kind of tempted not to even press play, dog. Like,
that's absolutely fine.
Oh my God.
I have no problem with that.
Damn.
Are there heroes?
I feel like they keep making this joke about Get Out, but it really feels like he said all the same rhetoric as the rich racist white men that be saying shit. about black people being victims, about welfare. Every time them rich racist white people talk, they bring up food stamps and welfare. He's saying that black people kill each other more. That has nothing to do with wanting our country to protect us. Like, are you kidding me? That more white people, like, we've been through this already. Everybody in their own proximity kill, like, it's the same. That's crime. Crime is crime. You're trying to give validity to, once again, dog, to my people out there that's defending his bullshit, dog. You cannot get into his fuck shit, dog. I mean, you cannot defend his good shit, dog, and ignore the damage that he's doing. You know how many white people can now point to him saying that and use it against us? Look at Lawrence. He needed some soothing music. It hit him so hard. But you get what I'm saying? Like,
dude, like that's dog.
Nah, fuck him. Fuck it.
I can't
It's
fuck
done.
with your Kanye.
I can't even finish the rest of this interview, man.
Neither can I.
Maybe some other time, dog.
Somebody
I can't
take
do
me,
it.
Jesus.
I can't do it. I'm sorry,
now.
dog. I'm done. I can't do it. I can't do it, dog. It was too much. It was too much fuckery in succession, dog. Like I was
over the top.
Oh my god. Oh god. Damn. God, that was your daily dose, America. I can't even add anything else to the daily dose. Son. Like, I'm sorry, dog. Like other things that have been happening, like that corner store Caroline man, and this white lady went crazy and on his like 9 to 10-year-old little black boy, and and called the police on him because he's apparently brushed her. And when the footage went back, he didn't even want to even give a fuck about her. And like now she's apologizing and shit. And I'm like, dog, like I'm over the hashtag cutesy names. You hear me? Like, that's bothering and triggering me to a degree now because now it's a thing, it's a fad, and I don't think it's cute. I don't think none of these hashtag Caroline corner store whatever. Fuck all that.
Yeah, y'all
fuck
trying
you people
to
on that shit.
sensationalize and make it all campy and shit.
No, I don't like none of it. It's disgusting and stop it. And that's all I gotta say on all that, dog. This has been a very fucking. Let's get the hero highlight, dog. I need some light. I need some light.
Flashlight, please, Jesus.
And we all happy, feeling good inside. Cause people doing good in the world of pure fuckery. Like the shine a light, on a person, on a nigga, doing good. In the pure world of pure fuckery. Fuckery.
What do we have?
Alright, so first up, Chance the Rapper, who's probably gonna be in my hero highlight on FLYWITHBATS Hall of Fame.
AKA the happiest Negro on the planet.
I highly recommend checking out his Joe Budden, his I don't want to say interview, his discussion on the Joe Budden podcast, dog. Like, it made me fuck with him as a person way more than I thought I would. You know what I'm saying? I never had a problem with Chance the Rapper or anything like that. It's just I never had a positive or negative. It's just I was Chance the Rapper. I like some of his shit. I'm not into some of his shit. You know, cool dude though. Mm-hmm. But musically, but everything about what he does for his community, like if you are a constant, consistent listener of this show, you know we always big up in him. So he just dropped $1 million to Chicago Mental Health Services.
Damn.
And
That's
he's also
real.
pledging $100K each to 20 area schools.
That's how you do it.
See, while we got one nigga over here cooning and being extra, put your money where your mouth is and where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's all you need to be doing.
Yeah. That's actually real. Like, you know, they can use that. Like right this second, dude. $1 million?
$1 million.
Cause like most of the time those centers are very like underfunded. Like they be in debt a lot, dog. Like they be needing that shit.
And $100K to 20 different schools. $100K, nigga.
That's solid.
And once again, just to piggyback off of that, shout out to Taraji P. Henson and her Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, which the one thing that I do love about this is that more people are speaking about mental health, especially in the black community. We are consistently traumatized, like over and over and over and over again. And a lot of times we're like, oh, mental health is a rich person thing, and we don't really, that sounds like some white people shit. We need to just go and get some Jesus. And like, if you have that mindset, the Lord created psychiatrists and medication too. Just saying.
You
You have to, and the one thing that I like out of Taraji's foundation is they want to link more black people to black mental health professionals, because there's going to be a difference in dealing with, and I'm trying to find a therapist myself, but I'm looking for a black woman, personally. I want a black woman. I want a black woman psychiatrist. Because they're going to know the struggle. They're going to know, there's some things that they're going to know that a white psychiatrist is not going to know. White psychiatry, but mental health is a thing. Yeah. If you go to the doctor every year, you need to talk to somebody. Because you may have shit. If you have a destructive personality, where is that going? Why are you sitting up here or fucking 17 people while like smoking crack at the same time? There's a reason for that. There's something that stems from that. Right. And like I said, and if you're just being destructive, something is at that root. So I openly welcome. Thank goodness for my job, because they also give you the option to find a therapist. So, yay. But we all have to start taking care of our mental health. Yeah. Especially in a situation that we deal with now. When literally everything on the news is overly...
No, Lawrence. We're in the happy place. 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 Come out. Don't let it bring you back in. We're in the happy place. Chance donated $1 million. He throwing $100K. Beyonce and Jay-Z award once homeless teen $100K college scholarship.
Love it.
Damn.
You hear me? So shouts out. They say in this article, they say Kanye West gave a homeless man $100 earlier this week, but apparently... Y'all shaded Kanye for no reason in this goddamn article. I didn't. But apparently Beyonce and Jay-Z just one up them on Thursday night. This is shade. Okay. Wow. Teenager Kyrie Perry attended the Seattle stop on the Power Couples on the Run 2 tour and left with a $100,000 college scholarship. According to the News Tribune, the once homeless teen Perry received the funds from Be Good and Sean Carter foundations. Even when I got older, started to understand my situation, I still didn't ask questions because I figured no one would answer them, Perry told the Federal Way Mirror in 2017. I would try to find an answer myself. When that was a dead end, it was school and sports that were there for me. Now a senior at Thomas Jefferson High School, Perry was recently named the King County Youth of the Year for the Boys and Girls Club and earned $2,000 scholarship as a result. In the future, the aspiring chemical engineer hopes to attend the University of Oregon. Come on now, but you just got delivered 100 stacks from B and J. Great shit.
Delivered, not delivered. Because as you learned from that video,
I am delivered.
You wasn't delivered from a goddamn thing.
Anything.
Big ups to T.I. and Killer Mike, who've come together to save this historic Atlanta restaurant and Bankhead Seafood. Apparently, man, like, yeah, these 2 months, because one
Please, God, let there be a T.I. and let there be a T.I. quote. Please, Jesus.
Bankhead.
I'm just saying, oh no, wait. I'm sorry, y'all in the hero highlight. Oh, hold up.
Please.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I forgot all about this point. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot about T.I. going in about Kanye West. What he said. He said, okay, so T.I., and this is comes from hero shit. This is T.I. and West deliberated over. Here we go. T.I. He says, this is the most repulsive, disgraceful, embarrassing act of desperation and auction off of one's soul to gain power I ever seen. Now, I've been extremely patient and made a point to not jump into premature conclusions about Ye and his antics. Partly due to the lesson learned from the outcome of other similar situations. Dealing with my brother Wayne, which I admittedly mishandled a bit in hindsight. But nah, this shit next level. Futuristic Sambo hop. Wait, this nigga T.I. be going. But now this shit is next level. Futuristic Sambo hopping Bob stepping off a dang Django ass shit, yeah. From what I can gather, this is the most repulsive, disgraceful, embarrassing act of desperation and auction off of one's soul to gain power I ever seen. Now, I'll call you asking me to come with you to have this meeting, and I declined, naturally. But, bro, if it ain't time I would have been in there with you, and you behaved that spinelessly in my presence, I feel that I'd be compelled to slap the fuck out of you, bro, for the people. For the people. You ass kissing and boot licking on a whole nother level, and I refuse to associate myself with something so vile, weak, and inconsiderate to the effect this has on the greater good of all our people. All our people. I'm a true believer. And it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And this shit is regurgitating. And one time it was a pleasure to work alongside you. I'm sorry, alongside you. Now I'm ashamed to ever have been associated with you. To all the people who follow Ye musically, socially, and even personally, who are confused, heartbroken, infuriated, let me make this clear. This shit ain't cool. This a move, Ye. This is a move Ye made for Ye. This a play to put him in a position he like to see himself in. We are not on his mind, and he makes these comments and decisions. Don't follow the puppy, because as long as I lived, I learned that it benefits a man nothing at all to gain the world. If you do it, he must lose it. If he do lose his soul. We just saw Mr. West's soul on auction. If you listen closely, you can hear the tears of our ancestors hit the floor. Wow. All I can say is, I've reached my limit. This is my stop. I'm officially done. Trump and his little cookie boy is gone. His little cookie boy. I love you, T.I. I love you, T.I.
The rest of my day is going to be perfect. The rest of my day is going to be perfect. That was fucking awesome.
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh,
Come on now.
Shouts out to Tip. Always keep it 100.
Yeah.
We can almost forgive you for putting Iggy Azalea on now.
Almost.
You feel me? And last up in the hero highlight, who I have an interesting, I don't know, Elon Musk, obviously.
Oh, Lord.
He's a controversial figure. A very controversial figure. I never thought I'd see Elon Musk in my hero highlight. But he talks like boatloads of money to Flint, yo. So I gotta give him that. Like millions.
Okay.
He threw legit millions to Flint.
Thank you for that.
So even though you be on some fuck shit, Elon Musk, I gotta give you props for that.
Put up some dough.
Nino ground throwing Turkish to the community. I see you.
Yeah, thank you, Nino.
And y'all, we done, man. That's us. That's it, man. We made it through all of this and all of that. You feel me? You dig? You under dig? You smell me?
You smell me?
It's the king, bitch. It's the king, homie.
Oh my God!
I'm telling y'all, just the T.I. impression is like our Countess Vaughn impression. You have to pop it up every now and then.
That nigga gotta come, son. That's my nigga, dog. He just dropped the album, Dime Trap, shouts out. But I always love T.I., man. I guess my
dropped the album. That's
so
cool.
I do all that ingesting fun, but I got a lot of respect for that cat. Iggy Azalea aside. But but I'm so mad she fine though. Like that's what I'll be able to cross with her because I see her and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker fine. Yeah. But fuck everything you stand for, you appropriate motherfucker.
And racist.
Damn.
And racist.
And yeah, nigga, I was I don't even want to get into her bullshit. But anyway, y'all, that's because we getting on a good note. Yep. Chance and Jay-Z and Beyonce and T.I. Killer Mike been on a good note, y'all. High praises. Once again, thank y'all for listening, man. This has been a doozy. This has been a long one. Thank y'all for riding. Thank y'all for following. You dig? Once again, hit us up on FLYWITHBATS@gmail.com because we want you to be part of the conversation. With any comments, any question, anything that you want to tell us, do that there. Also, like, share, subscribe, comment, everything on iTunes, on wherever you can like and comment on, man. Like I said, on your podcast app right now, you can scroll down to the bottom and there's a place for you to freaking leave us some stars and leave us a comment. It'll be not only greatly appreciated, but it helps out the podcast as a whole to get more looks, to get more touches, and get more, get more attention. You hear me? Everyone will be talking into the ether. You feel me? But yeah. This is that actor guy, Martin Bats Bradford. You could catch me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it, Mr. Out. You ain't gonna find me in for 64 sideB, man. I'm out here.
And it's me, your boy D-Mac, man. Thank you for listening. Catch me on Instagram at FrenchBread.kid and follow my clothing line at YouDig504. And that's me for 6'4". I'm out of here.
Hey folks, this is Lawrence Weber, your arrogant observer and your original host. You can check me out on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr. That is SoulBoy30. Check me out on Snapchat if you still have that motherfucker. It is LWeber584. And check my blogspot out. That is arrogantobserversrants.blogspot.com. I think the cat is stoned. Yes. I don't know how the cat got stoned, but it seems like anytime the cat listens to the Fly with Bats podcast, the cat gets stoned. I don't understand that.
We a local pothead, potty mouth podcasters, but we got to keep it going, keep it original, you feel me?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
The cat is sitting up here like on his back, rolling around in the litter box, and I don't know why.
Also, man, catch us on YouTube, Gumbo Monster 504. Catch me on Tales from the Hood 2, which is now streaming on Netflix. And once again, if you want to comment in any kind of way on Tales from the Hood 2, you can say that to reviewingdat@gmail.com. Like L-Dub said, we have an elongated, a mega size, a 2-part, in-depth discussion and breakdown of that film on the Reviewing That cast side of it. And like, yeah, you know me, I got
Good golly.
Good golly, baby. I keep it 100. We got our credibility. So check that out on Netflix and then go back and listen to the Reviewing That episode and see if we meet in the middle and, you know, send us some love.
Yes,
also,
yes.
I haven't seen Venom yet, guys. I'm going to see it this week, but I appreciate all the love that people been throwing at me for seeing me in Venom, man. Appreciate all of it. Appreciate y'all. Because I always say, if you doing something you don't have to do it, like, motherfuckers ain't got to give me any love, ain't got to give me any props, ain't got to holler at me at all. So people that take it out their time, take the energy out their day to be like, yo, Martin, we saw you did your thing, or Martin, we I got to say thank you, love you for that. But I think that's all they got to say right now. I think that's about it. You hear me?
That's about it?
Yeah, man.
Well, that's about it then.
Till next round. See you in the next couple of couples.
Alrighty.
See you later.
Yeah, chillin' on the couch, hand on my pouch, just waking up, watching Homeboy House, thinking about the day I had to press rewind, play, when I say being a doctor was my goal, ambition, thing I wanted to be, until I learned the work that it took, and I would be in infinite debt, then I imagine myself, 80 years old, dead with debt over my head, too much doubt, gotta go another route, once I got on the music, I ain't never getting out, I envision my life and how I'ma live it out, kids and a wife, I hope I figure it out. So until then, rule 10, gotta wrap it up, cause life moves on even if we get stuck. So I turn back on the tube, now I'm on the cool, watching set it off, wishing I would make moves. The tipo was a fool, but the blues, it will hit ya. So you stay inside so them bullets might miss ya. You can get your ish ya. Any single day, make beats at my home so I never fade away. Learning notes and keys, I gotta sit alone. I used to pray to God, but we don't get along. Preachers and believers trying to turn me around, but I should still be proud even if I'm not down with G.O.D. My real F-A-T-H-E-R, not in my vision of tomorrow. He's still living, never forgiving. I oughta try and get along, but twice he ran alone, so now I stand alone. But I ain't lonely. Wheat, cheese, and turkey used to be baloney. Smart kid growing up, adapted in an instant. Winning every day, see my past in the distance. I don't regret a thing, cause I love my existence. Kinda militant, but that's just sentiments from living this life. Still got an open mind. People surprised I never been shot or did time. Step out on the porch, nothing never changed. Stuttering Jerome, old girl, what's her name? There go old Missy. Look at Miss Barbara and the lady who made the frozen cups daughter. Yeah, I got smarter. Learned from the dumb, been in my own lane. Just never had my own drum. Used to rap about clapping, they never had a gun. I was just imitating, but with a little patience. I'm 3 years ahead of my time and stimulating for me to imagine what would have happened if I was saving like every week. Cause living off pennies ain't sweet, it's bitter. You can be my nigga, but they don't mean that you fam. Trust is like putting a loaded 48 in the hand of a woman or a man who got a tour of your plans. Now you're looking at your casket, the invisible man. Cars and the glam and entertainers demand. Isn't what I need, have me like Joe Queen, Phoenix. I'd rather never have an image, but shout out to the ladies and jits whoever did it. I ain't a known rapper, but I represent it. Up on this track, New Orleans to the ending. Looking at a picture, the past feels near, but I'm living in the now when she sold last year. Gotta go to work, do I wanna go to sleep? Been up all night with this beat on repeat. But life don't wait and money don't make itself. I need stability, but what I want is wealth.